free.
All right. And we are live. We are live. As we get
Hello.
week 7 Sunday night football with the Falcons visiting the 49ers to cap off a interesting day of games.
Interesting, just to put it lightly. But yes.
This game's got a slate of injuries. Well, mostly on the
one side of the ball.
Yeah, mostly on one side. Let's see if I can real quick pull up this one. So I want to see who all is inactive and active. Let's see. So, full injury report. Let's look.
I'm terrified to look at it.
Not at the Cardinals. Falcons, though. Let's look at Falcons. Ray McLeod is a big name they'll be missing. Jalen Walker being out is...
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a big hit because him and Pierce have also been... They've been doing pretty well. Braylon Trice, I know he contributes. Troy Anderson, he's been out for a bit, though.
Yeah, he's been kind of AWOL.
As of late, though, Fuller, Walker, Phillips, and then...
Those four.
As of today, Bowman, London, McLeod. Not Drake London. LaCale London.
I was supposed to say LaCale.
And Jack Nelson, who is going to be interesting. And then the heavy hitters. So we're going to see...
Oh, boy.
Jordan James.
Jordan Watkins.
Brock Purdy's going to be out. Pearsall is going to be out. Gross Matos is going to be out. Obviously, we know Warner's going to be out. Ayuk's out.
Bosa's out.
Obviously, Bosa's out.
Buford, Batch, Robinson, Rourke.
Those are older injuries.
They can't catch a break, man.
So, Stout has been sort of a contributor. James is just depth.
Yeah, pretty much depth.
And then, Purdy and Pearsall are... Yeah, so good news for them is it appears... So Kittle is healthy and good to play. Yes. Will we see limited snaps? We'll have to see.
I have him starting, so...
You're hoping not.
I didn't have much of a choice.
But yeah, I mean, they got... They're getting healthier, but you're still, Purdy and Pearsall on the offensive side.
Yeah, it's not been great. It's not been great.
The heavy ones are Warner and Bosa on the defensive side. Those are, your biggest contributors.
The big oomph.
But they're out for the season, so this isn't news.
No.
Offense, it just seems like a lot of smaller injuries with, Ayuk. So, between Ayuk, Purdy, and Pearsall. Again, they haven't been playing. I think Pearsall's the one who's been playing the best this year out of those three. Ayuk hasn't done really anything since he signed his contract last year. So
he's listed as getting closer and closer to being able to practice.
So yeah, we're expecting.
Don't know what that means.
He wasn't necessarily close. These two, between Purdy and Pearsall, seems like they're a lot closer to playing. Yeah. But
we're on a commercial already.
I mean, it hasn't. I'm still waiting for the game to kick off.
Oh.
But
never mind then. Ignore me.
Falcons have...
We get another Grossi raid? I hope so.
That would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it. I would. Oh.
No, Grassi's been kind of. He does everybody if he can.
He gets to newer people.
Yeah.
You figure by the time he's done it twice, third time around, you feel like he'll be like, I feel like I've seen these guys before.
We're a little too noticeable now.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, like you said, if he looks around and sees us again, he'll probably be like,
Yeah, he can be happy the Pac won, even though, again, I don't know.
Very interesting win, though.
I don't know how good you feel about. I mean, it being the Cardinals. They've only played in one-score games.
Ugly. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, Trey McBride played well. Thankful for that. Me personally.
Yeah, I was about to say, someone had a McBride, right?
Kraft played pretty well too. Again, Packers kind of just really leaning on Josh Jacobs though, and again, it's not a good look with Brissett.
Kraft did too. Yeah, that's true.
Kraft had
Tight ends did pretty well today. Bijan.
Brissett leading the charge though against you kind of is like concerning.
I was about to say Parsons did have 3 sacks, right?
Yeah, Parsons played well. Parsons always plays well. It's Micah Parsons. It's about what you expect from him. I missed the last drive, which I was very frustrated. I was tight on time because we obviously had to come here and set up. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get to see the last drive. I didn't get to see the last drive of the Packers game, and I didn't get to see the last drive and a half of the Broncos game. Because when I left, it was 4th and 19 for the Giants, and I was like, oh, I mean, I wish I could stay and see the end, but I feel pretty comfortable leaving at this time because
no.
And then chaos ensued.
Just a Hail Mary.
Just the Hail Mary. It would have been the last drive for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Is the one I missed. But yeah, they got down to what, the 20 or so? Were they down to like the 19? I think when they turned the ball over.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeesh.
Parsons sacked them. Sounds about right. Oh wow.
Pushing back to 35. Yeah.
Looks like we're about to get underway here. Looks like they're lining up for this kick. But yeah, I'm curious to see how the rest of the games go for today and tomorrow, obviously, because we got doubleheader tomorrow night. That'll be interesting.
Yes, it will.
We are away.
Kickoff at the goal line, and they're going to take it out. And he's going to get up to about the 20. Looks like he's going to try and cut back, but only get up to about the 23. So we are
Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts, Warner Matthews.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what this Falcons team actually puts on the field today.
It's going to be interesting because I think the 49ers, they have a much better defense, run defense than we saw out of like the Bills. Obviously, Bills' run defense is a little bit more of a concern. So we'll see how they can counter Bijan, as he's been kind of the feature point of this offense.
Oh, that's an offside, so that's a free play right there.
No,
so Bijan's just going to take it.
They got back on time.
Yeah, but
they got a jump, but he jumped. They jumped at a motion from the tight end. I didn't see which tight end it was.
It was
I don't know if I don't think it was Pitts.
It wasn't Pitts. It was the other one.
So they almost got a free play. It was we got some injured teams. Jalen Walker missing for the Falcons, I think, is going to be a much bigger cost than a lot of people are talking about. Penix from shotgun, a 2nd and 5. He's going to drop back. He's going to scan. He's got some pressure in his face. He's going to roll out left. His strong side as he throws deep, and he's got an open man, but misses Kyle Pitts way downfield.
I don't know what Penix is thinking there.
I mean, he had an open man, just missed him. He was alone. He had about 5 yards of separation by the sideline and just could not deliver on the run.
I have the Falcons winning this one, mostly because of injuries. But then again, it just kind of depends on who plays better and who fills their role better. So I mean, it could be either.
The Falcons' offense has come down to Bijan. That's kind of been what this team is. But we see Bijan motion to the backfield. Penix is going to throw his way, and he's going to get right to the marker, but I think he's going to be just short. They're going to mark him about a yard short.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, Kittle being back, that will help, but I don't have a lot of faith right now. You know, you're missing Warner, which is going to deplete this offense even more, or the defense even more, and the offense, yes, you get Kittle back, but you're still missing Pearsall and Ayuk plus Brock Purdy, so you still have to rely on Mac Jones. Mac Jones, Kendrick Bourne is pretty much your connection still. So,
yep.
Falcons, they're going to punt on 4th and inches. They're going to get 3 and out. And we're going to see the Falcons on defense as Mac Jones will be out here shortly. This punt way back within his own 10. And is going to shift through a couple tackles.
How is he not down?
It takes about the whole Falcons team to take down more on the return, but it only gets about 5 yards.
Did like a dog pile move. He just was like, let me in.
So,
Juwan Jennings.
Well, the tackling wasn't quite there. Oh, I guess Juwan is also healthy, so that will help too. But yeah, it's a good punt, and even though there was however many broken tackles, they are still starting within their own 20. They mark him down at the 16. So Mac Jones under center. We got use check in motion.
I was gonna say,
Falcons showing some pressure. They'll bring some pressure, and they're going to get to Mac Jones in the backfield. That'll be about a loss of 3.
I think that was Harrison on the tackle there, or the sack. Yeah, there was no escape from that one because he came through the middle here with the other
they bring
center.
5. They only they made it look like it was only 4, but it was in fact 5 guys.
Yeah, 5 guys.
Yeah, that's something the Falcons have done really well is to be able to stop the pass has been more their specialty. It's the run where they've struggled. As we see a handoff to McCaffrey on 2nd down, and he's going to get a bunch of those yards back up to the 21. Oh, your parents are in Omaha? Cool. What for? If it's not a secret.
Secret just for you. So Mac Jones with 6 to 3 touchdown interception ratio, 300 yards-ish a game. That's not terrible.
Well, that's leading the NFL.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Mac Jones.
That's not terrible. Like that's pretty.
I think leading the NFL is
on a very injured team.
3rd and 5 though. Mac Jones drops back. He's gonna have a dump off to McCaffrey, and he's gonna get the first down only by about a yard.
Yep. So
Omaha's pretty cool. It's a nice place to. It's a decent place to visit. I mean, it's Nebraska.
Regardless of the construction.
Yeah, it's Nebraska, so like. It's not going to be like the fanciest place, but it's a decent spot to visit. Probably enjoy it more than Lincoln as a stop-through spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. All right, so
pitch out to... I'm not sure. It's going to get about 9 yards, though. And I'm not exactly sure.
I feel like I should know this one.
Let me see if I can...
So Trent Williams the block.
Let me pull this over here. Oh,
that's a pit. Oh, it was a pitch back. Okay. Looks like.
So that was number 3. Who? Yeah.
Looks like they're doing
a. That's Brian Robinson. I did not know he was wearing number 3.
Oh. So
2nd
Mac
and
Jones
1.
Just hands it off, and he gets the first down, and a lot more.
He's going to get up to the. Yeah, he's going to be 46-yard line. of San Francisco, as they will.
All right, Leonard Floyd.
Yeah.
Lewis Harrison. Yeah, so Falcons not as bad as the 49ers, but it's just they're missing a couple key pieces, especially on that front. As we talked about earlier, Jalen Walker, he's out for this game. So it looks like we have two receivers at the bottom for 49ers.
McCaffrey's going to motion up. And we're seeing another pass, and it's going to be Kittle with his first catch up to the 43-ish of Atlanta. Oh, it's not. Is that Tunges?
Yeah. That was like.
Or is it Tunges?
That was not Kittle. I was like, Kittle was 86. Or 85. Excuse me. Kittle's in, by the way.
Yeah.
I just don't know where he was on the field. Yeah, there's Kittle. He's on the bottom now.
He'll be lined up. He was next to Juszczyk. Juszczyk moves to the top, though. Mac Jones in shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's got some pressure, and he's just going to ground it.
Okay.
Let's CMC in the area, so it will be harmless as we bring up 2nd and 10. And what a first play from enemy territory for the 49ers.
Yes.
Again, for the 49ers, I feel like the game plan has to be just kind of move it on the ground because that has been the Falcons' weak point. As we're going to see a handoff to McCaffrey. Oh, they get him there, though, only for a gain of 2. And that's about the most he was going to get. He got hit in the backfield.
Ulbrich is the defensive coordinator for the Falcons. He was the Jeff's defensive coordinator.
Yep, he took over.
Head coach.
He took over for Saleh last year, which is interesting, as he's playing Robert Saleh. So we get
revenge game. I don't know.
It's just an interesting matchup with the DC and replacement versus the former head coach, both on as defensive coordinators.
Jennings to the top there.
3rd and 9. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw, and he's going to be incomplete. He just misses. That was intended for Jennings, and that brings up 4th down. So the 49ers are going to look to bring out the punting unit, probably.
Yes. It is a bit far from field goal range, unless they really want to try it, but
not if you want to give the Falcons the ball at midfield.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so we got Agnew coming in to return for the Falcons.
Thomas Morstead, the punter for the 49ers. Jamal Agnew, he is back when he was in Jacksonville, was a very, very talented punt returner. This punt goes through the end zone. He has not been of the same caliber as when he was in Jacksonville, but he is still a highly valued return man.
Yes.
All
right, so now Falcons come onto the field for the second time. Score is still 0-0. I mean, not much going on in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I think this game's going to come down to the running backs. That's really what the headline is going to be CMC or Bijan, because quarterbacks in the passing game, I mean, they both have talented receivers. I think I definitely favor the weapons of when am I coming to Sioux Falls? Let's see. The last I heard, a potential visit would be with Nathan, potentially Halloween weekend. We'd have to see, but that will come down to some planning. But yeah.
Exclamation points.
What? Is that tacking on to the last one? I don't understand. But yeah, we we have Nebraska has a home game because we play USC at home, so he's gonna have to be here for the football game
and Friday night bands. So I cannot leave the city.
I will say I am excited to see. I'm excited to see. Have they leaked or teased the uniforms? Because I know that's going to be the blackout.
Not yet.
Because that's what I want to see.
Me too. I just know it's going to be somewhat decent. I would hope.
When was the last time we did a blackout? Was that like
Never?
We've done a blackout. We went
It
back
feels
when we
like-
played UCLA, like 7 years ago, when they were like
I don't remember that.
like back when it was just obviously like when Nebraska was doing their, or was it Nebraska or the Big Ten as a whole doing the Big Ten, Pac-12 as like in conference. We played Colorado, we played Oregon, and then we had played UCLA for like a year or two, and one of those we wore all black.
Interesting.
I think we won. It was.
I don't remember because, granted, I've seen black unis on Nebraska football teams, but usually that's not during like that kind of game. I feel like it's more relegated for like the Big Ten specifically. It's like an alternate for like home games, but we haven't done that in a long time.
It has been a while. 1st and 10, we have a handoff to Bijan, and Bijan is trying to just meet the line of scrimmage, and he gets back there, so. But, yeesh. I think an interesting point, though, for the 49ers, something to really capitalize on is Michael Williams, who's actually been he's stepped up pretty big, especially with the loss of Bosa, as we have Penix firing on 2nd down, and he's going to have a 1st down completion, and that was to Mooney?
Yep, that was Mooney.
Couldn't see the number, but he gets about 11. That is good to know. That is good to know. We'll keep that in mind, and we'll continue to discuss that as there's lots of stuff being planned right now. But 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 31.5. We got Mooney in motion. Oh, no, that's Robinson in motion. But fires over the middle, and that's complete to Pitts. And he's up to the 40. And a flag. But Pitt's big completion up to the 40 of San Francisco if this holds. Speaking of holding, it's an offensive holding. So it will not. But is Pitts actually like pretty good now? Because I will be so upset if good, that's just not a good play.
My brother
puts himself completely
his uniform off at that point.
Puts himself in a really bad position, and to make up for it, just holds everything to save the play. So let's see. We're gonna have Werner in the backfield. I'm assuming this is going to see a motion out of Bijan to the behind him, and we will. So this is going to be pistol handoff to Robinson. He's going to try and get some of those yards back and gets up to the 29. So he will, in fact, get some of those yards back. So 2nd down.
Indeed, yes. So I know we've been talking about injuries and everything, specifically for the 49ers. But even with all those injuries, they're still making up for it. I mean, we talked about how Kendrick Bourne was doing pretty well with Mac Jones.
Yeah, they've had some good weeks.
And then even on the defensive front, like you still have a bunch of interior guys that are still the
Mooney
same.
in motion. We got a quick fire out, and that's going to be complete to London up to about the 39. So they're going to get 10 more yards.
Oh, they're talking.
And that's going to make it 3rd and much more manageable.
Mm-hmm. How did you feel that across the city liked your beard?
He saw the short.
Yeah, he saw the short. At the time I was like, oh my gosh, Tom Grassi just commented on my beard.
That was
pretty dope.
What was that, week 3 last year?
Yes, that would have been during the Bears and Texans game. Yep.
Was that week 3, I believe?
Mm-hmm. Week 3. But it was pretty cool.
Trips to the top. Now we got motion with Mooney. Oh no, that's Robinson again. A quick fire to Pitts, and Pitts
held
gets
onto the ball. Held onto the ball. Held.
That's a 1st down though, up to the 45, and that just is a clear mismatch in size.
Yeah, I don't know why he put.
They matched a corner up with
a tight end.
with what 6 foot, I believe 6'6".
Yeah, he's a tall
Kyle Pitts.
tight end.
He's tall, but he's not super big. He's like a clear receiver
build.
Yeah. Lots of Robinson motion this drive. Penix drops back. He's gonna float it out, and it's gonna be complete for about 3 yards to London, and that's going to get a little bit more yards.
Hi, Warner.
We see Fred Warner up in the press box, obviously foot wrapped as he's got just not. They placed him on IR yesterday.
Yeah.
Interesting that you waited that long. I feel like it's.
He's been.
I feel like we knew he was
out
done.
for the season, but it's just I don't know why they didn't.
They waited. So from their own 49, we see a screen out to Robinson. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to get a first down up to the 44, and that's going to keep this drive rolling along. Now, again, we touched on it a little bit, but we get to see this offense go against what has been a overperforming, I feel like, defense.
A very overperforming
and
defense.
A lot of that credit is going to go to Robert Saleh, who, while his head coaching career has not been as effective,
questionable,
he kind of just picked up where he left off in San Fran.
Yeah,
he
wasn't.
Left.
It's like he never left the entire time. I mean, he's been pretty consistent on the defense, even if he's missing a bunch of key players.
Looks, he's going to float one up and out of bounds over the head of Bijan Robinson. So,
yeah, it happens, but
it's going to be it's kind of an odd but fun matchup between these two, because you don't. I don't know.
I don't usually see them playing against each other.
I mean, they play what I think every 2 years.
There you go. We get Robinson and McCaffrey on the same field.
Yeah, guessing there's a little bit of off-season workouts.
Oh yeah, these things. Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
But yeah,
I keep forgetting Luke McCaffrey's on the Commanders right now.
Algier in the game though, and we're gonna have quick fire to Pitts, and he's gonna get about 7 yards.
I've never seen Pitts actually be a really great tight end ever.
I mean, saying really great is, I think, a little much, but he's being utilized, and that's part of the thing, is he's actually being utilized pretty effectively. Wow. They're using him over the middle, and
it's like they get rid of some guy who'd never wanted to use him correctly in the first place.
Yeah, but even and I will say last year Pitts was a little more effective, but he kind of fizzled out towards the end of the year, so we'll see how effective he remains. But on 3rd and 2, Penix in the pistol. They got a heavy set.
Yes.
So maybe see a run here, and we do. Hand off to Robinson. He's going to try and bounce it.
And
cuts back in.
He gets the first down.
Looks like he'll get that. He'll be right at the marker.
Yep.
But with
Luke McCaffrey, cause of all the sports card, but I was Commander rookie. I was so excited. Daniels didn't realize it was McCaffrey and be sad. The duality of the McCaffreys.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have a lot of experience, I guess, with McCaffrey.
Oh,
just not having seen him in college, but he is a very different player than he was when we used to see him on a weekly basis. Penix drops back, and he's going to step up with some pressure. He's going to try and run it. No, he throws last second. Incomplete, but more of like a throwaway anyways.
There's a flag, though.
I have a flag. I don't know where this flag is, so this is...
It's on the side over there.
On the far side or by the... or where the pass...
Far side. The other side of the field.
Probably a holding of some sort.
Jason's offering you a pretty cool card. Eligible player downfield.
Offense,
yep. I wondered about that because
got a little
bit too far on that one.
Honestly, I put that on Penix for waiting until the last second to throw.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised he didn't run with it at first. But
I mean, that's the job of the quarterback. Is when you're running, you should always. Good quarterbacks keep their eyes downfield. That's you're looking for something to open up as the play breaks down. But I mean, we'll have to see what this is. It's going to make it 1st and 15. Algier in motion, but they're going to swing it out to Pitts, and Pitts is just going to get tackled for a loss.
They did that.
They're trying they're truly really trying to utilize Pitts in this one. I've made that pretty clear.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Pitts being the one to receive the ball. I'm just the play design was. I've never been a huge fan of those.
It's a wide tight end screen. Usually tight end screens you kind of use similarly to like a mid screen for a wide receiver, where you want them to get lost in the middle of the play, wait for everything to pass them and run. But that was more drawn up like a receiver screen.
And that's the other thing. They're drawing him up as a receiver than anything else.
Penix on second and 18, he's going to run right, but not his strong side, as he's going to get about a couple of yards. This one might actually be on the defense, because that looked like it was thrown a little further downfield. So we might see a holding on the defense.
Oh, you work at a news station? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he works in a news station up in South Dakota.
There you go.
A weatherman.
The weatherman? What? He's the weatherman.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
We're gonna wait and see what this flag is.
He said it. Oh, it's on defense. So
decline. Oh, two penalties.
Oh wow. 5-yard penalty and a first down. Yep.
So it's what illegal contact.
It was the rookie.
Siegel.
Yeah, Siegel.
It's working against Mooney.
Yeah.
There was two, so I'm curious.
A little bit. So it wasn't just him. So who was the other one?
I didn't see what the other one was.
They held,
that's the one they accepted, but
that's the one they accepted. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know which the other one was.
But we got a minute 15 left in this first quarter. So Penix and the Falcons, they get bailed out a little bit out of a bad situation. And so they got the ball at the 33 now. Mooney in motion.
Ooh,
and we're going to hand off. Nope. Fake it to Algier. And throw a screen to... I don't really know who that was to. I think Werner was the intended target on a screen, but he
got held back by that.
I think
I don't know either, Jason.
I think the design was supposed to be a chip and then
it did
screen.
Not happen.
He took too long to get out of his chip, is what it looked like. He got caught up with someone. I didn't see who he was working against, but just did not get out quick enough. So 2nd and 10. Screen calls are a little, other than the Bijan one.
I don't like the screen calls. It's just
Mooney in motion a little bit. We're gonna see Penix. He's gonna pump again. Roll left, rolls back right. He's looking like he's gonna run. Now he throws. Complete to Bijan. Right now.
He might be a little short.
His progress brought him back right behind. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
It's close.
It seems like
feed him.
It seems like the only two really doing much of anything right now is Bijan and Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. I mean, Algier did a little bit of something earlier, but I got called back. And then a drop pass from earlier as well.
Yeah, it's not been much. I know London has
36 yards.
London has a completion.
This has been so.
But I mean, we've seen it most of the years. This offense has run through Bijan, as we're going to see a fullback dive to Algier, and he's going to get 3 yards and a first down.
Easy first down.
And that should be the last play of the first quarter.
Well, that was fast. Hey,
didn't go too quickly, but we do move on to the second quarter.
So
not much has happened.
Nope. How are we doing?
As I fear my mouse is starting to die.
Oh no, not the mouse.
Scoot this over a little bit. So quarter 2 will be underway when we come back from a commercial break. So, yeah, wait. So, let me look back at some of these longer ones because I couldn't see them.
Oh yeah, you were too busy commentating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're just talking about some stuff.
Hey, let's see this. Baseball.
Which game do you want to talk about?
Which game do I want to talk about?
There were a few. They were games of something.
Orange Shock of Zay Flowers numbered to 70 if you want it. Sure. I mean, I'm not a big like collector per se, especially with like football cards. PSA 10. I know very little of what any of that means.
Explain it in football terms.
I don't know. But as far as games go, start with Thursday night and a shootout between the Steelers and the Bengals.
Yes.
As that game just kind of reassures why I don't have faith in the Steelers quite making a Super Bowl run.
And this is why I never think the Steelers will go more than 10 wins.
I mean, my issue with the Steelers right now is cool. You actually have an offense. It's your defense isn't consistent, and it just hasn't been playing great in general.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you don't have a run game.
Yeah.
Which I already knew the run game was weak. But two things that are crucial for Super Bowl winning teams is a good defense and a run game.
Yeah. I'd say this, though. The last great Steelers defense was 2021. That was a lockdown unit. That playoff game against the Browns, before that game, they were really good.
Yeah,
like,
but
they were first in almost every category.
Last year they were a really good defense.
Yeah,
too.
but they didn't perform as well as 2021 though. I'm talking about that specific defense.
I mean,
I'm
year
saying,
they
when you think of Steelers defense, you think really, really good. We haven't seen a really, really good Steelers defense since 2021, in my opinion.
As we got motion coming back into the second quarter, handoff to Robinson. He's going to be up to about the 22 with a gain about 5. I would argue last year Steelers defense was really, really good because I think like 6 of their wins came from literally just defense and special teams.
But who were they playing, though? That's my next question.
Regardless, it's not like they weren't playing the worst teams in the NFL. They were still playing solid teams. They just their defense.
Yeah,
they didn't rely on offense. Their team was their defense. So
nobody did, by the way, Jason. The Bucks are the less surprising of the two.
And up to the 15. So going to be third and very manageable.
Oh.
Colts and Bucks at the top. Yeah, just Colts. I don't think.
Shoot, yeah, sorry, they have Mike Evans back.
That will be good.
Great for them.
That's going to be good, but I think as far as this year goes, is Mike Evans even wide receiver 1 for them anymore? Because right now
probably 2.
Right now it's been Igbokwe.
Igbokwe has been there,
but he is injured, so I believe he's missing this game. So that's going to make it interesting.
Yeah, so I think Evans will probably take.
But Penix drops back 3rd and 4. Some pressure's getting there, and he's going to get sacked around the 20. And it looks like we're going to see a field goal attempt for our first chance at points.
Yep. I will be right back. My nose is going to explode.
All right, so it will be just me for a second. Igbokwe is injured, so he will be missing out this week, but the main reason we've seen the Buccaneers do so well is just Igbokwe's just been crazy. Field goal is up, and it is good. So Falcons on the board first as we finally have points in the second quarter. Buccaneers, a big thing for them is their defense actually starting to step up and just the level Baker's been playing on. He's been playing on an absolutely insane level. The Colts, they ended the Anthony Richardson experiment, I think is what really did it for them. Daniel Jones, I don't think he's gonna go for MVP right now. I think it's Baker. I know Sam Darnold is gonna get some credit there too. And both of them are relying a lot more on their receivers than we're seeing out of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is doing a lot more himself in the passing game, but he has a potential MVP caliber player on his team as well, and Jonathan Taylor, who went for 3 touchdowns again today. He's the first Colt to have 3 games of 3 touchdowns. No, there was no chance that would. Baker, maybe.
What's happening?
MVP conversation.
Jones and Baker.
Jones, Baker, and Darnold.
That's fair.
I'm
not. It's actually refreshing to see 3 new faces at the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have those 3 up there. I feel like Jonathan Taylor should get a little bit more credit for it, but
that's also pretty fair.
It's a quarterback's award.
Wish it wasn't.
Yeah, it really shouldn't be, but that's just kind of how it's been.
Like the last couple of years where CMC should have won 2023, and then Barkley should have won last year. So, yeah, it's true.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of what the case is, and just look at where they've been with the. You have them on the Giants. You got the Giants, the Jets, and the Browns, which are they've been 3 of the worst organizations.
That's true. Yeah, Baker was probably the best of the 3 at his original team, but even then, they picked Deshaun Watson over Baker.
To be fair, Baker was not Baker now when he was on the Browns.
He kind of fell off a little bit. Granted, it was a bunch of coaching situations.
I mean, they went to the Panthers, which really hurt.
And the fact that they picked 2 QBs too as well, which is the Browns don't know what they're doing.
I mean, I didn't look too bad. We got bring up another game that happened today with the Browns and Dolphins. I expected the Browns to win, but not in the way that they did. So we see Divine Diablo go to the locker room, and that's not a good look.
BTA. That's all I'm going to say. Browns put BTA to the Dolphins. Because what is Tua doing?
Not good. He got benched. As we got Mac Jones on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to throw over the middle to intended for Kittle, but missed with a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I honestly think that last big concussion he had, I don't know. Something's happened ever since that concussion. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he should have been done, but he
said he wanted to continue to play.
Yeah, and it's gonna lead to where it's at now, which is he might not be starting next week. As we got a handoff to McCaffrey, and he's gonna power his way for about 7, and that's gonna bring up a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Quinn Ewers, rookie from Texas, who
the guy who's technically better than Arch Manning.
We see about that. Rookie is going to be exciting. I think the main thing for the Dolphins is we're going to see. I think we're going to see McDaniels fired. I would hope this week if you're the Dolphins. Not that I want someone to be fired, but that's
that's
ugly.
A big gain right there by Jennings.
Jennings across midfield.
Top 45 of Falcons territory.
Yeah. Quinn Ewers. I wouldn't be surprised if Quinn Ewers started next week and we saw McDaniels fired. Dolphins trying to move forward. I think they need to move on and just clean slate. 1st and 10, though. We got a really heavy set for the 49ers and a handoff to McCaffrey. He's got some room up to about the 40 of Atlanta, and that's going to bring up about 2nd and 5. So, 49ers back in Atlanta territory. He's been the most utilized running back in the NFL with 154 touches just through the first 6 games.
Yes.
And we're going to have another handoff to McCaffrey.
Yeah,
He's got a lot more room up to the 30-25. Fighting through contact.
He's probably literally the only reason why they're producing on offense, at least on the ground.
On the ground, well, that's the reason why he's so good is he isn't just utilized on the ground, as he's such a useful weapon in the passing game as well. But Mac Jones has been playing pretty well. Not necessarily this game. This game he's been off to a rough start.
Yeah.
As we're going to see another handoff. This one's to Robinson,
yeah.
And he's going to get about 3 yards.
Hmm.
But, yeah, McCaffrey is just a game changer. And, I mean, I had my doubts, but I am glad to see that he is kind of back to form after last year, where last year seemed like the end of his career. But he made a big bounce back, and that's good for him, good for the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here. So we got
Robinson
in the back. We got a lot of Juszczyk moving up the top.
Quick fire out to Jennings, and that's intercepted to Ellis, and Ellis is going to return it up to the 35-yard line.
That was just terrible hand-eye coordination from, I think it was
Jennings.
It
was tipped up and just kind of dropped in the lap of Ellis, and Ellis, who's more, I believe.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Oh, it just drops right in front of him.
Now, that's not bad luck. That's just terrible coordination. I don't know what he was. Did you try catching that from like behind him or something?
It looked like the pass was behind him, but he just wasn't able to reel it in.
Yeah. For Mac Jones, yeah.
Well, I mean, again, if it's behind him, that's a little bit on Mac Jones.
That is a bit on Mac Jones. Yeah.
But
it happens.
We got a turnover. Atlanta turns over the 49ers.
This is what the Falcons defense has been doing. They've been really good. I mean, you saw the graphic. I mean, what was it? They went from like 24th on pass defense to like top 3. Their rush defense is incredible. Like fewest yards allowed a game, or at least top 3 or top 5 or whatever it was. Like they're pretty good.
Yeah, I think their pass defense especially has been their specialty, and a lot of that, the difference between this year and last year is we've been saying it for years, but they have a pass rush. Surprise! They actually go in on edge and develop a pass rush, and I think Ulrich has been beneficial for that.
I'm not gonna lie, Ulrich has been a very quiet, but also really good coach.
As a defensive coordinator.
As a defensive coordinator, he's been pretty good. I mean, people don't talk about him enough, but I think he's done a pretty good job making sure that defense is up to par and is at least competing for most of the time. I mean, obviously you can't win every single game, but that defense has improved a ton, especially since the freaking the Arthur Smith days. Ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know how it is. It's just a matter of time before they get good again. It's good to see the Falcons actually being competitive for once, especially them utilizing their pieces like Kyle Pitts Senior, excuse me. I mean, who else?
Drake London, Bijan,
yeah, like
Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, they've all been good. It's just
Ray McLeod,
pretty good
when he's healthy.
It's been amazing to see them all.
Yeah,
all out.
They've utilized. I mean, they've done a better job with that. Arthur Smith was obviously a very questionable head coach while he was there, and was there surprisingly long.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't fire him a year prior to that, but it was
Chargers fans with Brendan Staley.
That was literally what it was.
All right, Penix is going to pitch it out to Bijan. Bijan's going to follow his block and get only about a yard, depending. No, they don't even give him the progress, so that'll be back to the line of scrimmage. So they get nothing, 2nd and 10, and I mean, really for the Falcons, you're just kind of glad to get them. They've had 2 trips in your territory and you've allowed 0 points, which is just good news. You're just happy to see that because defense stepping up is what you like
Even
to
as
see.
bad as the 49ers are, they're still going to be a very competitive team, especially with Saleh being there. You got Bijan in the motion. Looks like.
Oh, that looked like a false start, but we're going to see Penix fire and tipped up and, incomplete. There's a flag.
There's a flag.
I don't know how I feel about it because.
It might be on Lenore. I'm not sure about that one.
I feel like a lot of the contact.
They were both playing.
I feel like the contact that would do it. Well, there's a little bit of a grab.
Push up there.
I could see it. Yeah, I can see it. I don't hate that call.
It's not as bad as I thought it was. I didn't see the push initially. I just thought they were both playing for it.
I mean, it was a lot of scrap. I thought at full speed it looked more like the only thing I saw was after the ball had been tipped, which obviously is fair game.
That's what I saw too, because I just initially thought they were both playing for it, but I guess not. We got Bijan in the backfield. We got Mooney to the bottom. We got two at top. Let's see what they run here. Playing pretty close right now.
49ers showing some pressure. Let's see if they bring it.
We got.
Oh, they absolutely are showing some pressure. Man to man. Fakes the handoff. Penix is looking for a deep shot, but he's going to dump it off. Oh,
she hit the ref on the foot, yeah.
And so that's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, there was nothing open for him. Penix on the day, total 9 for 13, 56 yards. Not a ton of yards through the air, but the ground game has been making up for it. It's kind of what you want out of Bijan. Let's see here. Yeah, Jake Matthews, 184th consecutive start. That's the longest. Since 2014. That's pretty impressive.
He's been their golden boy on the O-line.
Mm-hmm.
Penix on 2nd and 10. He's going to drop back. Some pressure. He's going to step up and scramble out left, and he looks like he's going to try and run. He's going to get about 2 yards as he slips out of bounds.
Looking at Jake Matthews' highlights right now.
He's been a very good tackle.
Yeah. You're not really getting around him, and if you do, he'll push you to the side so Penix can get out of there. But
I feel like we've seen a lot more scrambling out of Penix, which is not.
Yeah, it's not usually what you usually see out of him. He's more of a in the pocket quarterback.
He's not the most mobile, but he does have the ability to run. And again, something that is not as common in the NFL is just being a lefty quarterback.
Yeah, you don't see that. I
mean,
that's about it.
As we're going to see a drop back, and he's just going to float it up with a lot of pressure, and that's going to fall incomplete. Mooney in the area, but good pressure from this 49ers defense, and we're going to see the Falcons punt unit come back on the field for the second time today.
Yeah, I mean, I did expect it to be a little bit close of a matchup, only due to the injuries, but so far, it's not been a super pretty game, but it's been a competitive game at the very least. I mean, you have a turnover already, a bunch of long drives with very key pass breakups or stops as the 49ers are looking to receive this at the...
That'll be
30, 35, is that what it is now?
The 20.
20?
Punt touchback should still go out to the 20.
Okay.
20 or 25.
Is it fair catches at 35?
It's kickoffs only.
Kickoffs only?
Okay. Kickoffs.
Never mind.
It's if a kickoff is either fair caught or downed for a touchback without if it bounces in the landing zone and bounces into the end zone for a touchback, or if it's fair caught in the landing zone, that goes out to the 20. But if it lands or if it goes as a touchback without landing in the landing zone, then it goes to the 35, unless it obviously goes out of bounds, then it goes to the 40, 40 or 45.
Seems
so,
right.
I mean, some funky rules. Again, those are mostly just to apply to the kickoff to encourage teams to actually return kicks, but without actually bringing a lot of that injury concern.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, punts pretty much the same, and so touchbacks on punts should be the same, just traditional, which should be out to the 20, I believe.
Yes. Kind of keeping it under the interesting games today. I mean, I don't know what you want to start first, but I mean, we talked about it a little bit. I think was it Broncos and Giants? Very interesting game. Giants completely collapsed in the fourth quarter. Don't know why, but they did. They allowed the Broncos to come back and win the game.
I mean, it was not like it was a very hard fought victory for the Broncos. They were down 19-0 at one point. I need to look at the scores because I believe, if I recall correctly, that game came. I think that was all the way up to the fourth quarter. I think is when they first scored, which means
fourth quarter is when they scored. I think.
Yeah, which means the Broncos put on 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
And
he's showing the Brock Purdy turf toe.
Yeah, which is not as severe as some other turf toes we've seen, but that is what's sidelining him at the moment. But yeah, 33 in one quarter.
That's impressive.
I mean,
especially for a Broncos unit who's never been really good on offense.
As we see a pitch out to McCaffrey on first down from the 20, and he's going to have a first down run all the way up to the 33.
Hits Martinez.
Where?
He was on the sideline.
Oh, I just didn't notice him. But yeah, that Broncos comeback, I mean, it kind of gets like shrouded in the fact that like that's almost the same level as the Vikings Colt largest comeback in NFL history. The difference is the Broncos continue to let up points because all 33 of those points were needed. Mm-hmm. As we see a handoff to McCaffrey again, and he's going to get
6.
Yeah, up to the 38. But yeah, I would love to talk more in depth about that game because I'm upset that I didn't get to see the last drive and a half of that one. But we'll get to.
You can always look back and watch it later.
We'll get back to that one and more probably when we hit halftime.
Look at that. 7.3 yards so far this game. Not super great on that rush defense. Here goes McCaffrey again.
Yeah, across midfield. And again, that's kind of where they've been. They're not bad, but it is their weak point where they've been kind of middle of the road in run defense.
Yes.
And I think a lot of that comes down to this team that was really good at run defense. I think, or was a lot better at run defense, I think, last year.
Mm-hmm. It kind of shifted over to pass defense.
They've prioritized a lot of pass rush as they look like they might be bringing some pressure here.
Looks like it.
And they do. It's going to be another handoff to Robinson. He's going to lose yards.
Yeah, back to 50, 49 of their territory.
This is the thing is this defense has done a good job of bringing pressure through, bringing extra men. And that's also the only way they've really been able to stop the run.
Yeah.
Is bringing extra guys. But when you blitz, if you have to blitz to stop the run, what that does is that's another
Niners injury right there. I don't know.
It looked like it might have been a tight end, but I'm not sure. Not Kittle.
It was Kittle, but hopefully it's not anything super severe, just like a cramp or whatever.
But yeah, I mean, that's what you when it comes to the way they've been creating pressures, a lot has just been through bringing extra men on blitzes. When you blitz against the run, though, if you don't hit the gap, if you don't hit the same gap on a blitz as the running back is hitting, then you've taken people pretty much completely out of a play.
Yeah.
And that's where it's either that or if you don't bring pressure at all and you just rely on a natural run stop, they haven't been able to do it as effectively. So where they've excelled on the D-line against the pass, they've struggled a little more against the run, and it's been a little bit more of a struggle And so that's where I think this one's going to be interesting is we're going to see these teams kind of focus on the run.
Yes.
Falcons just because
they kind of have to.
Bijan has been a top 5 running back all year and been like the main piece. Penix.
Main man.
Penix has been hit or miss.
He's had some good games.
He obviously has been an improvement over what Kirk Cousins had been, but he's not been
that exciting. I mean, he's better now compared to what he was last year. That's for sure. He had some growing pains.
I think
he's been better.
I think his job right now is just play safe.
Yeah, he has been for the most part. At least in this game. He hasn't done anything really stupid yet, I'd say.
Yeah. He's not been like a major factor or he's not been like a major threat. Again, it's kind of if you stop Bijan, you just have to
kind of stop that whole team. I'm not gonna lie.
You just can't give them gimmies in the pass game, and then after that, all it is just working against Bijan. Because I mean, again, pass game has been just the excellence of like Drake London. Darnell Mooney has become a very viable weapon in Atlanta. He was a very viable weapon in Chicago, but Chicago went and kind of restructured that offense. Mac Jones, 2nd and 11, is going to pass out to Jennings, and he's going to get.
I think he's.
We're going to have to see where he stepped out.
Thought I saw the foot go out, but I'm not sure there. For what was it? Yeah, looking back at the Falcons' offense in years past, I mean, this offense is definitely, I'd say, mostly an improvement for what we've seen in the years past.
I mean, from last year, there's not too many changes. It's a very similar offense to what we saw last year.
We saw a new head coach get moved in, and like, it happens. I mean,
as we got a handoff to McCaffrey, he's going to get all the way up to the 33.
Yeah, and even then, they're still not up to par. I mean, obviously, you can see here that they're a little weak on the rush defense, like we've been saying. But other than that, yeah, Kittle's been more of a blocking tight end I see tonight.
He's always been very physical and plays very heavy in the block game, and that's why like people will say he's a really good tight end, but his numbers don't necessarily show like in fantasy. It's because it's not all in the receiving game.
All his receiving, yeah.
As we see a motion and a handoff to McCaffrey, and he's going to get about 3. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to see if the 49ers can keep the ball rolling. Yeah. Kittle.
Yeah, I was going to say a big difference right there.
Kittle, again, hasn't really touched the ball that much, but what he does when he does it without the ball in his hand is just it's as much of an impact as when it is in his hand.
Yep. We are reaching about 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Mac Jones hands it off to Brian Robinson. He gets close, probably about a couple yards short. But
yeah. Having Kittle back, I mean, there's aspects to a game that like even if you don't talk about what he does in the blocking aspect, literally just having him on the field as a threat is enough to change defenses' game plans and allow for more use of, say, Christian McCaffrey. Because if McCaffrey's the only weapon, you just have to game plan McCaffrey. But we see Mac Jones drop back on 3rd and 3. He's going to fire out to Jennings, and he's going to have a completion up to the 20.
Good tackle, by the way, from
A.J. Terrell. Yeah, A.J. Terrell has been a very good corner since he came into the league.
It's been probably a little I wouldn't say underrated. But
I feel like he doesn't get as much appreciation.
I was about to say, not as appreciated. Great corner. Let's see here. We got McCaffrey in the backfield. We got really bunched up at the center.
A bunch look born in motion.
To the top.
And a pitch out to McCaffrey. There's not much room, and he's going to lose about 4. So 2nd and 14 from the 24. It was Floyd on the tackle for loss, as we're going to see probably just one more play from the 49ers before the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good chase and tackle for the Falcons defense. It seems like they've done a lot better on the outside and keeping more of that contain. I think it's kind of that interior that struggled, but maybe showing some pressure, and they bring some of it, drop a few out, and they're going to have a quick completion to all the way up to the 14, and that is Juszczyk, who we've seen utilized, I feel like, a lot more as a tight end in this game.
Juszczyk has been a very essential piece on that front.
Again, another player that you don't see as much of his value because the ball isn't in his hands as often. But that's what the 49ers are one of those teams that look for those guys who contribute more when the ball isn't in their hands. They look for those guys who can do the most when the ball isn't in their hands, rather than just the ones who can do it with it in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's something that isn't appreciated as much, especially with like weapons. Most people are looking at these players and going, who is the best weapon and can do the most with the ball in their hand? But you don't need guys who can do the most with the ball in their hand when you have guys that make it easier to do stuff with someone when someone has the ball in their hand. So CMC has to do less if everyone else can do more while he has it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like you have receivers blocking, you have tight ends who block really well. These physical guys that can make it easier on McCaffrey instead of having these, like the Chiefs kind of receivers who just run really fast.
Just a different style of play, and then they pretty much perform it pretty well. It's worked for them so far. I mean, there's no reason to stop doing it. It's just kind of what they look for. I mean, different teams have a history of doing different things. Like Steelers always had a good defense. Like there's traditions like Cowboys has always have that one really, really great receiver. Recently for them, it's been CeeDee Lamb. Let's see here. Yeah, 49ers, a lot of ground game for them, I think, historically, besides like their great wide receivers like Ayuk when he's not injured. I mean, he's a good receiver. It's just he hasn't been
been the same since he signed his contract.
Yeah, it's just something weird happened there. I don't know what it is, but I mean, this is kind of what happens. You got certain teams that have different styles and just different regimes. But here we are. So Jordan Love going against the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers or Love Rodgers matchup coming in on next Sunday. That'll be an exciting game to watch. I don't know.
That one could be a lot of fun.
Especially since they're now they're both 4-win teams right now. Obviously, the Steelers lost.
Mac Jones 3rd and 4. He's going to roll out left. He's looking for somebody. Pressure in his face. He finds a man, and that's McCaffrey up to the 1-yard line.
I was going to say they let him wide open there for some reason.
I mean, that's just kind of what happens as you leave the corner. Or I guess that was a safety. It looks like
the
Simmons
moved up and completely left McCaffrey exposed.
Yeah, it's you got to make a choice. Do you let the man run for the first down, or do you cover the receiver? And it doesn't even look like anyone tagged him.
Yeah, never mind. So he was just kind of there for blocking purposes, but
it's
just moved out.
It's a chip and release, which is a common thing you see out of running backs and tight ends. Trent Williams was a great body block right there earlier before the throw. So we're gonna see. Let's see. Oh, and the Falcons use a timeout. I mean, I guess that's fair.
If they want the ball
to procure some time, we're gonna see a I formation from the 49ers, handoff and a touchdown to McCaffrey. So
easy
This team that
touchdown.
struggled to get into the end zone on the ground. I mean, they still run the ball pretty well. They just have mostly capped things off in the air. But against a team like the Falcons, who've struggled in the trenches, especially against the run game, you're going to probably see a lot more short yardage situations using the run. So 49ers get in the end zone, first team in the end zone, and we get to see the PAT try. And it is up, and it is in.
I was about to say that's good. It's a little movement there, but should be fine. Yeah, good O-line blocking.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things they've always been a physical team. As, I mean, again, that's what we were just getting at before, was just how physical every player is on that team, and they're not the only one who takes that sort of approach. As we see other teams with philosophies like that, is like the Lions, who go after their receivers. They always go after receivers who are good run blockers, because not all teams look for that.
Nope, not all of them do, and you get some pretty good results out of that too. But it just kind of depends on.
It's very helpful in your run game, and with a team like the Lions, I mean, you can. They have some similarities with the 49ers. Good run games, good pass game, even though sometimes you look at some of the names and you're like, don't really expect. No, obviously not Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Lions, but like Khalif Raymond, Tim Patrick, not like big names, but they're effective. Find useful tight ends with like Laporta and Kittle. They have their comparisons, and these teams figure out how to use it. Meanwhile, again, flip side, you look at Falcons, and it's, hey, we have Bijan Robinson. He's pretty good. Yeah, look at him run.
You could say he's pretty good.
He's a pretty good guy. Pretty good. I feel like the Pro Bowl, as far as what running backs are going to get Pro Bowl bids, is going to be interesting this year, because we got some very high-performing running backs. Again, Jonathan Taylor, Bijan have been two of, I think, honestly, the best. McCaffrey's been playing really well this year. Dowdle, if he can keep up what he's been doing.
Yeah, Dowdle's been a pretty good running back for the Panthers, so I'm excited to see something like that. I'm surprised the Cowboys let him go, mostly because, Cowboys have kind of always needed that strong running back, but they still have Williams, so he's not too bad.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know if Dowdle did too much today, because it was a pretty low-scoring game for the most part.
Yeah, the 79 on the ground and 17 through the air, so still a pretty solid day, because that would be, 96 yards?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty useful.
We're going to go about the 30-yard line.
So, minute 42 for this Falcons offense, 2 timeouts, and Falcons started with the ball too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking to maybe get some momentum going into half. Let's see. So Penix, this one's gonna come down to Penix more than anything. Like, yes, you do have 2 timeouts, but you're probably gonna utilize more of the air than you will the ground. It's not like panic. You can throw it or run it a little bit, but quick out to Pitts for about 4 yards. That'll start the drive. He gets out of bounds, so clock stops with 1:39. And just interesting. It's going to be interesting watching this 2-minute offense where the pressure gets put on Penix more than it will Robinson.
Oh, yeah, because
Although
they're going to have to make a big push here to try and get more points up on the board before halftime, because They're bringing some pressure.
Just rushed
Easy
for another
first down.
completion to Pitts.
Yeah, so they're utilizing him a little bit more now, usually to get him out of bounds. But a minute 32 on the clock, plenty of time to do something here, especially with 2 timeouts here. Injury update for the 49ers. Green is questionable now, so that was probably the player that we saw go down earlier.
Well, that would have been that was an offensive player.
So this was just.
This is a different player.
This is a different player then. I don't know then.
Yeah, I mean,
that was either.
You gotta wonder, like, if the utilization of Robinson and Pitts comes down to the injury to Fred Warner. As Penix, he gets hit while he's trying to throw, and he loses the ball. And we're gonna see who comes up with it, and it's San Francisco. So we have another turnover, and that's gonna be a potentially big swing in this game if the 49ers can get more points here. It looks like he just got hit from the blind side. That's Bryce Huff, acquisition from, I believe, the offseason or early in the season. But yeah, that's his blind side. Again, we don't often see the right side being the blind side, but again, lefty quarterback, that's what happens. And just doesn't quite see him and loses it as he gets hit. But yeah, it's this 49ers defense, they're doing a lot, even with a lot of the key players out.
Yeah. They just won't die.
They won't go away.
They won't go away.
I mean, that's what teams were saying about the Lions last year. That's just...
They can only go so far, though. That's the other thing, because the Lions didn't even get very far last year.
Yeah, but we're going to see what they can do starting in Atlanta territory. Jones is going to drop back. He's going to have a quick completion to Bourne, who's going to get only about 3 yards.
I'm surprised I didn't call okay. That works too.
I mean, they still got over a minute.
Yeah, so
and you can save they don't have far to go.
I wasn't necessarily looking at that, but okay. I did not see that.
Not far to go for the 49ers, so they can burn a little bit of clock, especially with these 3 timeouts. They have really good control.
Here comes the pressure.
You're just going to dump it off. It gets swatted. And is that a Rororo? No, that's Anyamata.
That's Anyamata, yeah.
I forget what number Rororo wears.
Sorry.
Rook is... He's been a solid starter for the Falcons on that D line, especially in that interior. Second year player out of Clemson.
Had a Guardian cap on. Yeah, so 5 for 6 on third down conversion. So 49ers are gonna
trips to the bottom of the screen. Third and
pressure
6.
Comes.
And he gets hit while he's trying to throw. That might be a fumble, who knows?
Was that? Okay, that was
gets picked up by a lineman, and he's going to get back to the 36.
That's 4th down, though.
That'll bring up 4th down.
They're probably going to kick a field goal here just to at least get some points up on the board. If they're still in field goal range, actually. Are they? Didn't see where the ball landed.
They're within the 40, so this should be pretty safe field goal position. They're going to see if this is a incomplete pass or not.
I mean, I could see.
Is this Pierce? No,
well, even if it's incomplete, well, it didn't even hit the ground.
Did it? I didn't see.
No, I just kept bouncing.
They're reviewing it, so they're gonna make sure they get the call right.
My guess is where initial contact, maybe. I don't know.
Well, this is where this could be big is for the Falcons. For the 49ers, it's where they'll get some of the yards back if it's incomplete. But for the Falcons,
yeah.
It's a throw.
It's a terrible one, that's for sure.
Well, it gets hit.
But it never hits the ground, though.
Well, okay. Well, they cut it there. That's the other thing they'll have to look at is if it ever made it because if it made its way to the ground, that's incomplete and
it never hit the ground.
It would save time for the Falcons, but it would save yardage for the 49ers. So honestly, kind of like it's
a slight win for the 49ers, but a bigger win for the Falcons.
Yeah. Pushes
they
them
get to
back
keep
at
the
least a little bit, or at least keeps them back at the very least. So, yeah, the field goal unit will probably have to come out. It just depends on how far they mark them back.
It won't be too much far.
No, just by like a couple yards or something like that. It wasn't too far anyway.
It's it's not a big difference for the 49ers.
But I guess if you really want to argue, every yard counts. So
that I mean, kicker
from this range, it's I don't think range is going to be too much of an issue here. It is a little bit easier, but not by in comparison to what that means for time for the Falcons, because if that is like again ruled a fumble or a complete I guess the other thing would be if that's a throw,
it's a completed catch.
A lineman can't complete catches.
Yeah, so that's probably
that would be a penalty.
That would be a penalty. I just didn't see who got it.
It was a lineman.
Was it a lineman? I didn't quite see who got
it. It was I think the center, but I didn't see
75
exactly
was so yeah.
That might be part of what they're looking at. I'm not exactly sure how it works with situations like that, but I know I think if it's so they call on the field a sack fumble. It's not a sack fumble because it is a throw. I want to see. Okay. Clearly, it was a throw. What happens to the ball?
It never hits the ground. It gets caught by Colby.
So Colby catches it,
and he tries to go forward with it,
but that should be ruled.
Are we gonna show?
They're gonna put time back on the clock. Do they rule? I am not exactly sure how it's ruled. Eddie Pinheiro, who's been the replacement kicker.
Oh wow, that's 55 yards now.
I believe they get backed up because of the enforcement on that. Mm-hmm. So a longer field goal because it is ruled a pass.
Here we go.
And again, it does put some time back on the clock. Kick is up, and it is good.
Good, yeah. So that's all they needed is just getting points up on the board.
That's again,
this 49ers needed.
This is actually I'm curious because they still had to burn a timeout.
Yeah.
So it's curious what the actual review was for if they still had to burn a timeout.
I was assuming it was probably with the lineman. That's probably what it was. But granted, we can't hear anything because we have the audio on. We'd be in trouble. But yeah.
Either way, Falcons at least get some time back on the clock. So instead of that kick taking place with 39 seconds, they're gonna get the ball back with they're gonna get it with 38. So it saves them a couple seconds, which even still is pretty crucial.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what the Falcons can do on a second attempt at under 2-minute drill. How much does he clear this by? He clears it by a few yards for a 55-yarder. And, I mean, that's good for a man who, his
longest was...
he took a severe hit to his career in Chicago.
I can't remember how far that longest was.
But dear, that's a muffed kick, and they're gonna pick it up, and he's gonna get up to the 20, and that's it. So it was, I mean, that's a really good kick, and that's kind of what we get to see a little bit more with these different kickoff rules. Is your job is to get it in the landing zone, but how you kick it.
He just went for a slide. Apparently,
it was short, and it was in like the corner of the landing zone, so it was a run, and he can't just, if that has the trajectory to stay in bounds, he has to catch it because otherwise you leave the chance of the 49ers recovering. So it's a good kick. As they're gonna have it from the 21.
Oh, that's jump offside, so they got a free play right now.
I'm not seeing a flag. They're gonna have a completion up to the 40, but it doesn't look like a flag was
I
thrown.
guess not. I mean, I think they both jumped.
It did look like both of them jumped, but I guess I thought I saw it earlier too. I thought I've seen a few, but I guess
not as entirely disciplined as I thought. But if it works, it works. I guess I don't know. I'm not.
So
too
first and
harsh.
10 from the 40, 27 seconds. Again, only one timeout. Penix is going to drop back. He's going to look. He's going to fire up the sideline, complete to Mooney.
What a
He's got
catch.
some room, and he's going to be up to about the 22. You kind of wish he tried to find the sideline, but he just was
I
fighting
think
for
initially
yards.
he was going to, but he didn't get tackled. So
I don't know. I get the. And they had this last week too on Monday night with Drake London catching the ball with what was it like 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds,
wow.
and instead of going down, had room to run, made a run for the end zone and didn't quite. He just barely stepped out short. So and it leaves points on the board. So
it does.
now you got 17 seconds.
Oh, he's bleeding.
He is bleeding. Michael Penix, that is. You have 17 seconds, but no timeout, so you have to be a lot more careful about being tackled in bounds.
Yep.
Because you got to be careful with the clock. And again, that's why I would have liked to see him go towards the sideline, even with the extra room to run. Penix drops back. He's looking. He's got some pressure, so he's going to throw it away. I don't know if he was outside of the tackle box.
I don't know. There hasn't been a flag yet.
He wasn't outside of the tackle box, and I didn't see a guy in the area. Yep, and there is a flag, and that.
I was wondering about that. They had to look back at that one,
and that might be the end of the half, because they don't have a timeout to be able to forego the 10-second runoff, but. Yeah, that might be the end of the half there.
Who started the ball with this game?
Falcons.
Okay.
So
this is not what you want to see. Intentional grounding. Yeah. It's just
this is back-to-back weeks with.
You shouldn't have done that, my friend.
Yeah, that's the.
End of the half.
That's the end of the half. This is the second time they leave points on the board because of poor time management at the end of the half. I mean, I get you have pressure and you don't want to take a sack, but you can't. You have to make sure you get out of the tackle box, and he doesn't. He moves a little bit, but yeah, and they're kicking themselves. This is the second week in a row. Last week, luckily, you kind of had a lot more control of the game.
Yeah.
Where
see, the thing is that the 49ers, they're not. Like, even with all their injuries and how good they've been recently, they're still not going to get – they're still not a good team right now. Like, they're not elite. They're not elite level, but they're not bad. They're like that middle of the range, upper echelon of that area. Because the 49ers, while they're a very well-coached team, they're very talented, they have a loaded roster, they're still not going to get – very far in the season if this is like Falcons keep shooting themselves in the foot. I don't know what they're doing here, but I'm still not sold on these 49ers. Okay, it's just the same thing with the Steelers. It's just I don't trust them because I know for a fact that later in the season they're gonna do something stupid and they're gonna lose some dumb game that they should have won, or they blew a lead in the playoffs, or I don't know. It always happens every single year, so I'm just expecting it to happen at this point. So narratives are narratives. So Steelers never winning in the playoffs, or if they do, they don't get very far. 49ers gets the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, but completely blow leads because it's Kyle Shanahan. Cowboys never winning in the playoffs, very rarely if they do.
I mean,
like it's just the same narratives over and over and over again. See, that's the thing with the 49ers. It's just at some point you're going to have to make a decision either to, are you actually pushing for a Super Bowl, or are you just at least keeping it competitive enough where you could, I don't know, get at least some decent draft picks? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're going to tank or anything.
No, right now
No.
they're competing for the division
They're
lead.
competing for the division lead, yes.
They're one of the top, like they are towards the top of the conference in general. So
Yeah,
they're like, well,
no, I'm talking about long term. In the sense
Oh,
of,
I mean-
if they lose in the playoffs again, then they're not going to get as good of a pick in the later. Like this is the point I'm trying to make. It's just I've seen this before because the 49ers, they get very far, they don't win it, and then it's just going to constantly hurt them long in the future for more years because they just don't have that great of a pick or anything. But that's just me. That's just me looking really far in the future right now. But they are very competitive. They are a good team. It's just I'm just cautious with them because this is what happens every single year. They're really good, and they blow a game or they don't finish a game. So that's just me being concerned about this team because I've seen this before.
the difference with what we're seeing now is we're seeing like a lot of what hurt them in like the Super Bowl was their defense falling apart, and even that like they've dealt with injuries. But what we're seeing, and again, this is like the recipe for a Super Bowl like team is a good defense and a good run game. CMC's been playing very well this year, and this defense, even though it's missing like two of their best players, has still been a very good defense.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we see it with like, I guess I can't really say the Eagles, but the Eagles were a very well coached defense last year.
Yes.
And that's a lot of what gave them their push. They were talented as well, but it is still, relying on. At the end of the day, it just make the playoffs, and it's going to be a different story. But it's still a team that if they can make the playoffs, even though you're not expecting the teams you're not expecting them to win the way they are winning, but they are winning, and that's kind of just what counts, and that's what matters.
Yeah, for me in the long run, it makes no sense to try. Oh yeah, look at that. It makes no sense, at least for me, to try and push for a Super Bowl when you know for a fact that you're not gonna win it. At least for me, I don't think they're gonna even.
Nobody. Okay, the difference is we don't think they're gonna win it. They have to believe they are going to.
They're going to.
So they're going to. They're going to push for it at least. That's what all these teams are going to do.
But they're not going to. That's just. I will say this though, they will make the playoffs more competitive, and I do appreciate that because the 49ers will play hard and they will play their hearts on the field. Like they'll throw it all on it, but it's just with this how battered this team is. I mean, with how last year's Lions were, you don't. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's going to be something I want to talk about in a second. But but yeah, the 49ers. Again, you never know which teams are going to do anything because you look at even looking at the Falcons, like, no, we're not expecting them to be a Super Bowl team.
No.
But you never know who's going to make an improbable run in the playoffs. And that's why when I look at who I consider a potential Super Bowl team to make a Super Bowl run, it's going to be who has a good defense and who has a run game, because those are the teams that usually are able to make that sort of play.
Yeah.
And both of them kind of have it. The Falcons, they struggle to stop the run, which is where it's tough. But as Josiah's looking at now, and as I wanted to talk about, just that Broncos and Giants game earlier today.
Yeah.
It was in fact was a wild fourth quarter. We saw 33 points from the Broncos, and it was 13 from the Giants. Completed a 19-point comeback. There was 2 touchdowns scored in the last 2 minutes. No, 3 touchdowns. I don't remember. I don't remember
they
if
had
the
8 points to start out with.
I don't remember if the Giants or if the Broncos' second to last score was before the 2-minute warning or not. But
Regardless, they had a lot of points scored in the fourth quarter, and they did pretty well at coming back.
the thing I want to point out though is you saw it for a second there. Obviously Broncos win 33-32.
Close win.
Very close win. One of the things that kind of screwed the Giants over here was that missed extra point.
Missed extra point. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it was a botched snap. I didn't quite see what all happened. I just saw the end of it just going.
And I believe they also missed one earlier in the game too.
They did. Yeah.
So 2 missed extra points, which not only
it was a terrible, terrible half for them.
Not only is that not only does that potentially give you the tie, that's actually could have been the win.
That should have been the win.
If your kicker goes 4 for 4 instead of 2 for 4, you take a 32-33 loss, and instead, well, I guess it wouldn't be if things played out exactly the same. It's not a 30. It's not. Broncos would have at least gone for. They would have gone for 2.
Yeah, they would.
Obviously at the end of the game, but Broncos again putting together a very good drive, and you kind of had talked about. I know you had mentioned earlier that just the Broncos offense not being effective, and for most of the game it wasn't. But I feel like this offense has kind of just through sheer willpower and just kind of showing up when it matters.
Yeah, it's just they shouldn't have been down by that much.
They should.
That's the thing. It's just I still don't trust them. I still do not trust Bo Nix.
I don't have a problem with Bo Nix. Bo Nix is about the only thing that's kind of functioning in my eyes. He's not. He misses some passes, but he is pretty good with the ball. He is utilizing his receivers in a way that, good quarterbacks use the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing pretty smart football, and I like the way he's playing. You have a questionable running back room. Your tight end one is Evan Ingram, who hasn't been playing great. Your receivers again, they're not horrible, but you do not have a big threat receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And also a thing I want to look at is the defense for the Broncos, particularly that secondary, which was expected to be the strong point of that defense, is kind of what's been letting them down. While that front seven has been
big plays, and it's not been great for them, and that's why I can't trust the Broncos, because they'll do something like that, but then they'll somehow win games. It's gonna come back to bite them at some point. They're not gonna. That luck's gonna run out, because you just don't necessarily have. I don't know. It's just I don't trust that.
Again, they're just a well-coached team.
They are a well-coached team. I will give them that.
And that's kind of what matters. That's where we see these teams who, it's you can say you don't trust them, but at the same time, we've seen the Chiefs be that same team where they're not winning great game. They're not winning super convincing games against even bad opponents, but it's winning when it matters. We've seen it with the Eagles. We've seen it with obviously the Chiefs. The 49ers have done it. And they're just the kind of teams that are doing it. But Broncos, again, they're winning and putting stuff together when it matters. They had a rough start. I have concerns with that secondary, which, again, is just kind of upsetting. I know, what's his name? One of their corners is Riley Moss. I believe is the corner opposite of Surtain, who, I mean, he would get picked on last year, and I've seen him get picked on a few times this year. I think they need some help as far as defensive backs go. I agree. They just need weapons.
Do something.
And I will also say, the Giants played very well.
Yeah, for the most part they did, and Cam Scottaboo was Cam Scattaboo.
Jackson Dart.
You saw his stats. Dart did pretty well. 4 touchdowns, 0 picks.
So his completion percentage I feel like doesn't speak to him as well, because a lot of the times I watch him, he's a very accurate quarterback. He's a lot more accurate than I think a lot of people were expecting.
For a rookie, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's playing very well.
Yeah.
It's just that second half, especially that fourth quarter, he had 1 interception, which was a poorly timed interception.
He did have an interception.
Yeah, it was in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
And it wasn't a great timed one. Honestly, it's just it's stuff falling apart for the Giants within a very a small time frame.
Yes.
It's that one quarter, even 5 minutes, where it's just not good enough football, and they slip up, or they slip just a little too much, and it costs them games. So, and again, I'm not expecting the Giants to be good this year. This year,
it's a rebuilding year.
Well, this isn't even this year. You look at this and go, how good can this team be? Right now, they look like they have a lot of potential. Don't expect them to win all the games. I think honestly, right now, even if they lose 5, 6, 7 more games, even 8 more games, I think Dable should keep his job. I think you keep a lot of those pieces. You're gonna have Neighbors back next year.
Mm-hmm.
Giants are gonna be a fun team this year, fun, exciting, flashy team. Next year could just potentially be really good.
Yeah, and what I meant by rebuilding is that they're still in the rebuilding process, in the sense of they're starting to they got rid of Daniel Jones. They brought in a bunch of quarterbacks. They didn't know who was going to be great, so they were still trying to figure out their identity and everything. And that's kind of what I meant there. It was just they're rebuilding in the sense of finding the core and then building off of it. And so far they have. It's just you have Scattaboo and Dart leading the charge now. So now you have the 2 main guys on that offense, excluding Neighbors, who is currently out for the season. But you still have a very strong opportunity for next year, especially when Neighbors is back.
Yeah, I mean,
you have a great wide receiver coming to support Dart. You have a great running back. That O-line has been pretty great for him. The defensive front for the Giants, pretty great too. I like what I see there.
I love the 3-headed pass rushing beast that is Thibodeau, Burns, and Carter. Yeah. Carter, who he's just been heating up week by week. Brian Burns has been having a very good year.
Yes,
he's been. I like any Giants game I watch. He seems to be a part of most any play.
Yeah.
And then again, Thibodeau is just. He's been very useful. But as we're back from half, we're going to see the 49ers taking over at the 32 and have a handoff to McCaffrey for about a yard.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Every time I see a stadium not as full as it should be, I kind of get a little disappointed. I understand that the 49ers stadium is in, Santa Clara?
Yeah.
So I get that to an extent. But at the same time, it's your team is 4-2 now, 5-2 if they win this game. Still a decent team. And surprised that there's not a whole lot of people supporting it, or at least at the game.
2nd and 9, fakes a pitch.
Oh,
Mac Jones rolling out right,
sack,
pump fakes, and it's just gonna lob it out of bounds. Honestly, got a little lucky. He was able to get away from that sack.
That sack was really close.
Yeah.
Look at the.
Yeah, that's what they're highlighting. Poor management at the end of the half. And the other thing is, the other thing that's really unfortunate with this, with the way that the first half ended, was he throws that away with 14, 13 seconds. If that doesn't take 4 seconds to hit the ground, you at least have a second with the runoff.
Yeah.
So
you should have.
Should have been able to come away with a field goal.
And there was a first down for your 49ers as Bourne. Yeah,
Bourne complete about 10 yards.
Yeah.
Just past the line to gain.
Yeah.
But Falcons, I mean, other than that, they're not playing bad.
No, it's just been...
It's one scoring drive. a not so great turnover. Honestly, again, kind of just feels like it comes down to Penix a little bit. His numbers look pretty good. He's been pretty efficient with the ball, but it's a lot of the guys around him being able to help him out. Mac Jones fakes a handoff. He's gonna look to throw, and he's gonna dump it off. And he's gonna have a completion breaks, a tackle breaks, another tackle up to about the 42 of Atlanta, and that's gonna be more. So.
I'm
49ers.
Sorry, I'm not a 49ers fan. I'm sorry. I just don't like
You
them.
don't say.
You don't?
49ers, again, once again in Atlanta territory. They spent a lot of time in Atlanta territory.
But only with a touchdown out of it, which is very surprising because normally the 49ers at least put up a bunch of points.
I mean, they haven't been super efficient on offense this year.
This is true because they've been struggling, like you said, on the run game.
Run game comes in, and they're going to get 4... Before he gets held
I
up.
don't think McCaffrey was on the ground there for a second. They just kind of carried him backwards.
So a nice, I mean, not a big run, but obviously
it was
pretty effective for the 49ers' sake. But if you're the Falcons, honestly, 4 yards, it just seems like a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the 49ers do. 49ers have been passing a little more than you, I feel like, would expect when it's not been as effective as they would hope. Hand it off here to McCaffrey. He's going to get 2 more.
Yards.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 4. We're going to see what the 49ers do here. But 49ers are looking for the end zone. Try and take advantage of the fact that you have had the opportunity to kind of bookend both ends of the half. But let's see, 3rd and 4. And I believe the injury earlier that we saw was to their center. Handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey has room, and he's going to get first down and much more.
Yeah, there's the terrible run defense at the moment because their run defense has not been great tonight.
Yeah, up the middle has just been where they've been effective, and
it also helps that you have McCaffrey in the backfield.
McCaffrey does help
quite a bit.
So yeah, just a effective run. That's kind of what he's been doing most of the game. We're gonna see Brian Robinson come in though, as McCaffrey has eclipsed 100 yards. Fakes a handoff to Robinson, dumps it off to Kittle, but it is just off the mark, and that's going to be incomplete. So 2nd and 10.
So Kittle with his first was supposed to be reception, but dropped it. I haven't seen him try to catch anything earlier.
No, it seems like he's been again, and this isn't surprising with him. Is he's
a blocking tight end. He's not going to get a whole lot.
He can do both very well.
They choose to have a block.
With where this offense is at, it's kind of relying more on his ability to block. As we see a handoff to Robinson, and he's going to actually lose a yard. And so that'll bring up 3rd and 11. Mm-hmm. And this is...
And McCaffrey's back out again because, Brian Robinson isn't going to...
Well, it's a passing situation, and you would much rather rely on McCaffrey in a passing situation. But where this is advantageous for the Falcons is it's an obvious passing situation where they kind of excelled. And that's what they've been able to stop for the most part against this 49ers team.
A little bit closer than I think they should.
They're playing it tight, not going to let them have whatever they want, and it's going to be a complete... No, they called it incomplete.
Oh, it was out of bounds?
Doesn't get his feet down.
I thought he got his feet in. I guess not. But
so that'll be
field goal situation
4th and 11. Let's see.
I thought he was in here.
As right foot steps out.
Oh, yeah.
He just doesn't get his feet down.
The angle
and also just wasn't really a great attempt at getting his feet down.
No. I think he thought he was a lot farther in. But yeah, I mean, they will get points out of this though. Like that's
assuming this goes through. Field goal goes up, and it is through.
It's the 49ers kicker, Pinheiro. Like he's gonna be great. So he's automatic.
He wasn't even the starter to start the year.
I know. I'm just saying he's automatic.
He hasn't missed yet, but that's how many times have we heard a kicker not having missed yet?
He has not missed the season. Whiffs it.
It happens. That happens a lot. So there's a first time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So while things seem automatic, nothing is automatic in the NFL.
Especially how the season is gone. Yeah, I was about to say, can we talk about the season already? Okay, so obviously there's the two quote unquote front runners where you have the Colts in the AFC and you have the Buccaneers in the NFC. But even then, that's not super confident, though.
It's not confident because people don't fully believe in these teams, but
exactly. Like
they've given no reason not to be confident because the Colts lost to the Rams, who have been
a very great team.
They've been a good team.
The Jaguars in London.
They destroyed the Jags in London, and then you have the Buccaneers, who's won losses to the Eagles, who
have just beat the Vikings in Minnesota,
and are reigning Super Bowl champs. So both of these teams, again, I think the only question marks for these teams that they've shown, the only real question is the fact that they haven't been great in years past, and no one trusts it. But right now, other than that, Colts have been a very good team. They were very effective against the Chargers. Their defense let up a little bit later in the game, but that's when the game was 3 scores. And I mean, again, you're missing Traveris Ward for a few weeks, but like Colts right now have kind of earned that top spot in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the Buccaneers, I mean, you're gonna have a tough test tomorrow night against the Lions, but like, what hasn't been great for the Buccaneers? Baker's been great. Receivers have been great. You're running, even like Rashad White has stepped up big with Bucky Irving out.
Yeah.
And your defense has been much improved from last year. The only reason why I see you not standing by the fact that these are should be front runners, which is why I kind of made a look when you said front runners, because they seem like they've given every reason to be considered front runners, is because they've done everything right to kind of earn that. It's just people have a lot of doubt because these teams were not the teams that they are this year.
And the other thing is, it's the argument of there hasn't really been a
big return up across midfield for Jamal Agnew, and that's going to set him up.
Brother, he was
pretty
down.
Big you see
the guy trying to return it the other direction? Like my brother, he was down. But yeah, it's just with how the NFL is this year. That's Good Sports. I watched his video earlier today, I think it was, talking about how there's no really clear, this is the good team. This is the top of the NFL. There's no team you could really confidently say this is the best team, only because every single team that we've seen so far has had a flaw somewhere else on their team.
We see a handoff to Robinson. That's going to get up to about the 42. With
teams like the Chiefs, they're going to probably go back into their, prime form now because it's the Chiefs, and the NFL hates us having any sort of hope with a no Chiefs Super Bowl appearance. But at the same time, it's the Chiefs. They're still going to be good. They're probably going to compete for a Super Bowl at this point because they're going to get Rashid Rice back.
They got Rashid Rice. We can get to that.
Yeah, we can get to that.
Second and 4, we're going to have a man in motion and a handoff to Robinson. He's going to get about 2 yards. Yeah. So that'll bring up a 3rd and short. But no, yeah, this year has definitely been more, it's more uncertain because it's not the same powerhouses.
Yeah.
And it's not a super team that's leading the way. It's just these
super teams so far this year.
But super teams are just teams that are with extremely stacked rosters. But that's not always who ends up winning these teams anyways. I mean, even the Patriots during their dynasty, they weren't a super team. They just had
a team that was good.
Which is what the Chiefs are. They're not a super team. They're just a well-coached team with a good quarterback.
Yeah.
So you see 3rd and 1, a handoff. This looks like Algier. He's going to get to the edge and get a first down. But yeah, I mean, and I find it refreshing that we don't have like
a clear front runner.
Yeah, it's competitive, but at the same time, I like that it's teams that weren't expected. Some people will complain about it, but I am a big fan of how this NFL is kind of shaped out. Yes, it's very unpredictable, and
I like it. It's different.
Fun.
It's unique. It's refreshing. We're tired of kind of seeing like, oh yeah, they're good this year because we know they're good.
First and 10 from 35, lobs it out, and that's going to be Kyle Pitts, who's going to have a first down up across the 20, up to the 18.
Kyle Pitts fantasy managers are very happy right now.
Yeah, the like 3 that decided to trust him for the 4th straight year.
See, at some point, he was supposed to break out.
He's always been supposed to. It's just the fact that people finally gave up on him because they'd given him how many second chances?
I mean, 6 receptions for 43 yards. It's not terrible.
No, I mean he's been utilized.
Bijan
in motion, they're gonna dump it off to Bijan. He's gonna have some room. He's gonna slip some tackles up to the 10-yard line. So 2nd and 2 from the 10. Falcons
are knocking on the door right now.
They're moving.
First time so far this game.
They've done a good job. They've moved the ball some, but they have stalled out on most of their drives. And the question is just going to be, can they finish this drive? And I kind of just want to see them give it to Rob, like not even in a pass, just run it with Robinson. But they've been utilizing a lot of this motion and using him as like a wideout and in the flats. I would like to see them just run it with him, as that's. They're going to swing it out onto a screen again to the opposite side. He's going to slip through and for a touchdown.
For Bijan.
Ooh, man, that's. I mean, that's kind of what it's not quite what I was looking for, but it is to Bijan, which has been.
I mean, you had both running backs score the touchdowns of the game, so.
Hey, Bijan is their most effective player.
So
he's been their main proprietor on offense. Yes, you have talented receivers and such, but
not as good as Bijan.
This offense has ran through Bijan. That's a lot of what. Also, yes, Drake London did well last week, but most of what kind of put you in situation to win that game last week was Bijan. So, extra point is up and good, and they're going to make this a 1-score game yet again.
Mm-hmm. And I also want to talk about special teams, especially this year. There has not really been a game where it's like you have had a guaranteed field goal or an extra point. There have been so many games where you've had block field goals going wide left or wide right, terrible management on like snaps or whatever it is. Like you get a lot of that stuff so far this year, and I don't know why, but it's different. It's refreshing. It shows that the special teams, especially on defense, has adjusted a little bit to the new era of kickers where they've been kicking it from like beyond 60 now. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when the game changes to a point where now you have kickers that are like automatic from like 60 or whatever it is. Now you have special teams that are like, okay, now we're figuring out certain things like how to get the pressure onto them, because there was an interview, I don't remember who it was, crediting the That's Good Sports again, because I watched his stuff and he made some great points. There was a player that got interviewed and he said, "Oh yeah, I figured out when they were gonna snap the ball in like the hard count or whatever it was, and it was like he moved his head up and down like once or twice or whatever he said, and he figured it out. He got around and he was the one.
Is this referencing the blocked kick that Pat McAfee broke down like a few years ago? It was like a Patriots Dolphins game.
No, this was this year.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know which one.
Like, that's what I'm saying. This is all from this year. Like
it's
like the special teams game has also changed along with everything else, which is exciting to see, because now we're getting all these chances of even your kicks are not even guaranteed, which is something that I've liked to see.
I like a few years ago it was kickers got really good, so field goals weren't super high like they were pretty easy to predict. Kickoffs were just all being touchbacks, like nothing was being returned. Punt returns they were not very effective, so it kind of just came down. The only interesting thing, like the only thing that really felt like an unknown was the punt itself.
Yeah,
and then
and that's when they decided to go in and change rules. I'm not gonna lie, the new rules with kickoffs and punts and everything.
I mean, punts are the same.
The punts are the same, but like the kickoffs,
I think
super opposed to it now. It's still not my favorite, but it's different.
I like the way it is now because it's a way to make it safer while still keeping the element of returns. But I mean, I think a lot of the changes is, I think the kickoff rule changes a lot as far as how teams obviously approach kickoff. As we have this
like
one.
approach kickoffs, like
and
that's
a big tackle up at the 24.
That was a great tackle.
We see obviously how that changes things, but you're utilizing your special teams units differently. Because there are actual returns, it actually requires your special teams units to run up and down the field, which can get people tired. It can create different ideas on how to return. But I think a lot of what blocking it, or a lot of like more of the blocks too, because a lot of it is you're seeing up the middle. And I think we're just seeing teams find out that these long kicks are low kicks.
Yes,
and those are easy. Those are easier to block. So I think they're just doing a better job of getting up on those.
And which is good because I like seeing.
It's just more exciting.
Like I don't know why that wasn't called, but all right.
1st and 10, we're going to see about a 2-yard run to McCaffrey on the left side.
But yeah, it's just like we've been reiterating. Excited to see something different. It's new, refreshing, and yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm again. This is like people will whine about the rule changes, but this is what those rule changes can lead to.
Is different results. And
it's different results. Things. Yeah, it's not the same
there's
thing.
Obviously some rules that everyone hates, and I don't blame them, and I also agree with them to an extent.
Swing out to McCaffrey, and he's gonna have a completion up to
you guys have to
the
know
36?
How to tackle McCaffrey, guys. That is not how you get him.
Do you know how to tackle McCaffrey?
No, I don't. But I know for a fact that you don't go straight into him like that. I mean, have you watched film? You don't go charging straight into him like that. And you also...
I mean, he's not the biggest guy, so you can...
Oh, he's short.
He forces him out of bounds, which is what he's going for. This one is... I mean, even here, that's just a miss, really. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But 3rd and 1, a quick fullback. Oh, he stays on his feet, but he's just going to get knocked back. So fullback dive goes backwards
Falcons for defense
a few yards.
Okay.
And that's just kind of unfortunate for Juszczyk on the fullback dive because
that's not.
It was a good push from the Falcons, but what really did him in was just his own lineman getting pushed into him. Or not even lineman, that was Kittle.
Oh my gosh.
But he gets pushed back.
Got to him.
Was able to keep his footing, but just did not have room to run after that. So 3 and out for the 49ers. And
4th and 3rd.
We're going to see Falcons take over and potentially get on the board again as we're going to have another return. He's going to be up across the 30 up to the 33. So, Falcons, who were down 10.
That guy's a little slow to get up. Hope he's okay.
Down 10 at one point, looking a little concerning on offense, at least when finishing drives.
Yes.
Now have a chance to take a lead. I mean, and that's the value of halftime adjustments is if you take out halftime adjustments, most people assume that the game is going to kind of continue the same direction in the 3rd quarter as the 2nd quarter ends. But
halftime adjustments, yay!
We saw it last week on Sunday night with the Chiefs and Lions, where the Chiefs came out and had much better adjustments than the Lions did, because the Lions couldn't even. They got in the end zone once, scored once.
And then you looked at the Raiders game today.
Yeah,
we don't talk about the Raiders right now.
Raiders are not a good team right now.
I think they're. Do you think the Raiders are arguably worse than the Titans, or do you think the Titans are worse?
I think the Titans will end better than the Raiders.
Who
Raiders
who do you think is the worst team?
worst team in the NFL.
Are you still going to say Saints?
Saints or Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins are now in the mix too.
Raiders,
So-
Raiders, I think are going to be right
They did
above those.
They did lose Crosby.
I did not know that.
They
I did not see
lose
it.
Crosby.
I didn't
during
see what
game.
the injury.
During the game.
Yeah, I didn't see what the injury was. The other thing to throw in there is the Jets, who I think the Jets still
those are
end
the
up.
bottom 5. I just don't know who would be the worst.
I still think the Jets end up with like 3 wins,
Maybe.
but I feel like with how the Dolphins and Saints are playing, that 3 wins might be enough for them to end above them.
Maybe.
Just because the Dolphins do not look good, and
No.
the
No.
the Titans, they looked a little bit better earlier in the game. Patriots kind of ran away with it with some struggles from Cam Ward, but I think the Titans are going to be in a better spot. I think they win 2 more games. Like I easily see the Titans winning 2 more games. Which games I don't know. But I have a feeling 2 more games, very, very possible.
Yes.
For both those teams. Jets, they have the potential, but I have some changes I think that should be made.
Any changes that need to happen.
First and 10, we're gonna see a fake to Bijan. Penix rolls left. He's gonna fire and misses down the sideline again. This one to Mooney.
This is what like left hand throws. It looks so weird. Oh, there's a flag though.
Late flag. And I'm wondering if this is going to be potentially against Mooney for the defender who fell. I'm not exactly sure what kind of caught the tail end. An eligible man downfield.
Who was that? It had to been on the line somewhere.
Well, I mean that would be
when they broke off towards the top.
So you take a play that could have been a good gain, falls incomplete, and now you have to back it up. So bad to worse for them.
Oh, hi.
As
we get the full view of everything then.
All right. First and 15, we got Robinson. We do have Robinson. Just a handoff. And, he's just got nowhere to go. He only gets 2 yards.
Maybe.
And that's... I see, I think, Michael Walker in there on the stop. I don't actually remember what number he wears.
I don't remember either.
That is something I can look up, though.
We have technology.
We do indeed have technology.
So let's see here. We got London, Moody, Robinson, Pitts.
Let's see. What number is he?
All right, so we have
98.
Mooney at the bottom, Pitts and London at top. Looks like we have
Algier in the backfield. And we're going to have a quick fire out to Robinson at the bottom, and it stumbles and isn't able to get there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Can the Falcons get this drive going?
capitalize off of something, guys.
And again, this team, it's been a pretty good defensive matchup.
Yeah. Pretty low-scoring game.
I would like to see this team. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I mean, without the ball being out quite yet, I think that's technically it's within 5 yards.
It's a fair.
But it's just without Bijan being able to run the ball, this offense has struggled, and that's what this offense has been. So on 3rd and 13, Penix is going to drop back. He's going to fire past the sticks, and he's going to have a completion. Maybe.
Well, they're going to set the ball down, so that's a completion right there.
I mean, it looked like it, but the fact that they're... he's got it.
He's got it.
And again,
good catch.
Something
good
that a lot
control.
of people forget.
Yeah, look at that. Off the ground there. Yeah, he's got it. It's pretty good. Good job.
I'm looking at the wrong team. A lot of the things people forget is they think that the ball can't touch the ground at all.
It
And
can, as long as you have.
as long as
possession.
it doesn't move. If you have possession and it and control, the ground won't cause the ball to move.
I was about to say
We have a
as long-
screen out top hits
I
again.
don't know why.
They ruled it
Oh,
incomplete.
is it incomplete?
Didn't work earlier. Doesn't work now.
Yeah.
Who
What was I gonna say? As long as the ball doesn't affect the catch itself.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't use the ground. So basically, when it hits the ground, it doesn't bounce.
yeah,
Pretty
like,
much. If you have control,
if you have to use the ground to catch the ball, that's an incomplete pass.
yeah, you can't use it. So yeah, it can touch the ground, but as long as you maintain possession
Yeah.
the whole time, and a lot of people just feel it.
They
that's
always
the case.
automatically assume it hits the ground, so it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, which it can be.
It
Tough.
can be. It just depends on what the situation.
So a quick pass out to London, and he looks like he might have even got the first down
What a
with that.
grab from London!
Yeah, I mean
What
that's
a grab!
good pass, good catch,
One
and
hand
way to
over the defender too, a little bit.
actually get it across to a first down too.
Please tell me you saw the ref do that.
For it gets nice catch. That's
Good
just all with one
extension.
hand.
Good extension too.
That's again, London's been a very good receiver for them. He just their pass game because he doesn't even get that other hand on the ball at any point during that play. But they keep the drive going by the skin of their teeth, and they're gonna have a handoff to Robinson, who gets about 2. So they've come close twice
Are we
to
looking at his
looking at the
movement.
hips.
Okay, and his and a foot placement too, because that's been a huge indicator of like I don't know why he does that when he throws it, but
Yeah, I mean his throwing motion is
he has a weird throwing motion. I'm not a huge fan of it, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Like, you don't argue with that.
yeah. I mean again, he's not been
He's a
like
lefty.
the biggest factor, but he's gonna have some pressure and he's gonna throw it away. They spot a receiver in the area, so that's just gonna be
Third
ruled
9.
incomplete.
Are they in
It's
49er territory or are they barely?
they are in
into it?
49er territory.
Okay. It's like they're not much into it. Yeah, I was about to say they're not that far.
It's a long kick. So
Yeah, they're gonna have to make something happen here.
if I'm the Falcons here, I'm looking for a short completion in a catch and run situation because you want to at least get field goal range.
Mm-hmm.
So expect kind of like a
Specifically
4-yard pass towards the middle of the field.
4-yard pass or
Maybe Pitts
Pitts.
to the middle of the field. Oh, and he just drops it. There's a flag.
There's a flag.
They did go
It
to.
looks like everybody kind of stopped though.
People did stop up.
So I'm wondering if it's on the line here. It's probably some with the.
It's a dead ball.
So, let's see here.
What are we gonna have? A
That was
delay
the
of game.
Yeah, I was about to say
boy.
there was a reason why they all stopped on the line.
So that's gonna move him back 5 yards, and now even more so.
2, 1. Oh.
Ah.
I don't know.
Again, they tend to allow like a full sec. Like once it hits 0, they have almost like a full second of it being at 0 for them to snap it. But we've seen a few times where they're not very forgiving on that.
No.
But yeah, now more than ever, I'm kind of expecting that middle of the field for catch and run potential play. They're gonna go for it though, and that's gonna be, it's gonna be another low catch in the direction of Washington, and they're gonna rule it incomplete.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know that I like the play call because now you're definitely out of field goal range, and you leave yourself. You're trying to go for the first down, but at least give yourself an opportunity for some points.
Can I see how close it was to being a catch, though? I wanted to see that because
guess
Washington came back and almost got it, but I knew it. He didn't have quite the range on that one. Let's see what they do here.
So punt's gonna be away from about probably their own 40. Let's say 42.
Yep.
And
Looks like
it's just going to come down to this bounce, and that's going to be a good coverage team play where they get it with inside the 5.
Good special teams. Good stuff.
So it'll be under a minute to go in the third. They'll be within inside their own 5. I'm just not a fan. I mean, I know they've done it. They did it twice before, and it worked. It's just throwing kind of like to the sticks.
To the sticks, yeah.
I've
I've never been really good at that.
I would have liked to see them throw maybe like 5 yards downfield to, say, like Robinson or Mooney.
And so they can at least run.
Give them some yak because, well, like, yeah, you're not giving yourself the best opportunity to convert. You are at least giving yourself yards with a chance to kick a field goal at least.
Yeah.
But now you have to punt. And you punted. And
you punted.
I don't know. Not a big fan. But I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Why will?
And I guess P for the D.
P for the D, I guess. All right. But hello, everyone. Now it's just me for it now. Will is currently busy going to the bathroom. So, how are we doing? Your team win today? Hello? Yeah, so it's a very close game for the 49ers and the Falcons. Good defenses, like Willis was saying. Just kind of how this game is going to end up being. It's just who's got the better defense and who can clamp them down. Because you only got so much fuel to work with when you have two great defenses on the field. I mean, sure, you're missing some players, but they're still some of the best. And looks like we have McCaffrey taking it for 3 yards, maybe 4 if they let him have it. Let him have it. So it looks like they're looking at the punt here. They're just seeing how far it went, I guess. That's fair. $50 yards average for a punt. That's pretty good. All right, so we got CMC in the backfield. We got Bourne moving to the bottom. Mac Jones looking, and he gets CMC up for first down around the 15-ish. But yeah, so that will probably be the play to end the third quarter, and now we will go to the last quarter, the fourth quarter, as we all expected. It's been a very close game. So, not much else to say there. Besides, the chair wanted to go down apparently. Not much else to say there. Yeah.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah.
1 quarter left of football for week 7.
It is week 7.
Yeah, and kind of brings up something that's just it's gonna heat up with each passing week. As I mean we got 2 weeks left to talk about it. Trade deadline.
Oh boy.
Some big rumors. AJ Brown had a big game for the Eagles. Is this enough to keep him around?
That might be enough to keep him around. I'm not gonna lie. They're not going
it's
to
gonna
trade
be-
away somebody who just did that against the Vikings defense.
I mean, if he's still unhappy, he hasn't requested a trade.
No.
I will say, watching that Eagles 49ers game, or not Eagles 49ers, Eagles Vikings game, there were some busted coverages that were pretty
Egregious.
disappointing to, especially late in the game. But yeah, the passing game looked a lot better. Let's see, looking around the league, I know the Chargers have said that they're looking for a running back and an offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive lineman in general just seems to be the issue, though. I've seen the Steelers saying that they are looking for a speedy receiver, which I feel like is very interesting as far as just being like open for debate. What kind of speed, like what speedy receiver is on the trade market right now? I've heard Chris Olave being talked about being moved. I don't know if he's really your speedy receiver necessarily.
No, he's more of a. I don't know. He's your big play receiver, but he doesn't inspire speed. No.
I'm trying to think of, like, when I think speedy receiver on a team that's looking to sell right now. I feel like it's not going to be a big name because the only big name I could think of is like Jalen Waddle, and I don't think he's going to be available to be moved. But I don't know. I think that's going to be we're heating up, and I do love me some trade deadline drama. Dump off though to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get 13 yards in a new set of downs for the 49ers, and Falcons need to kind of come away with a
big stop.
They kind of need to come away with a stop. They need to get on the board because I mean, I guess with how the defenses have been playing, I could see this being like a very dramatic, low-scoring game with a lot of clock being eaten up. Juszczyk back in the backfield. We see Kittle in motion.
Actually,
handoff to McCaffrey, and we're going to see about 2 yards.
Yeah, I do want to point out. Someone online just said the Broncos scored all 33 of their points in the fourth quarter for their comeback. On the day, the late Demaryius Thomas was inducted to the Denver's Ring of Honor and passed at 33 years old. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's just things that give the team a spark that goes way beyond football. But on 2nd and 8, Mac Jones drops back. He's going to fire a quick out to Jawan Jennings, and he's going to get about 5 yards as he is wrapped up. But, oh no, they ruled that incomplete. Or did they? Maybe there might just be a graphical bug, because the ref looked like he ruled it a complete pass. And it's just a graphical bug. So 3rd and 3.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
I was busy looking at the other stats I saw. So
3rd and 3. Trips to the top.
Warner's moving a little bit.
It's looking more like a run, but it is not. We're going to see Bourne in the flat. McCaffrey underneath. Deep shot. And incomplete.
It's good defense.
It is good defense. Clean coverage. I think is kind of what. I think Mac Jones honestly kind of just looking for a jump ball with a chance at a penalty.
Yeah. He didn't really get it there. Hughes with a good stop here.
I just missed it. Falls harmlessly.
He should have caught this.
Yeah, it wasn't super heavily contested. With Kittle's giving
reactions are fun.
A very animated.
He's like one of the 49ers players where I'm just like, okay, I want to see this guy play because he's just funny whenever he does something like that. Yeah, his reactions are for whoa.
Punt is away, and we're gonna see a catch within the 20 and a wrap up around the 17.
Hey, it's number 81 again. 81. What's his name? Turner. Yeah, Turner. Turner with a great special teams move right there. I mean, he's lights out on special teams, so that's like his 2nd or 3rd tackle, like from initial contact with the punt returner. So
Said 81.
Yeah, Turner. He's been doing really good.
Let me see if I know who that is.
I don't remember his first name. I know it's Turner.
What is he even listed as?
Command F, maybe, or Control F, whatever your computer is.
Is it Malik Turner? That's the only Turner they have, but he wears. It says that he wears 18.
Who the heck is that guy then on the field? His last name is Turner, so or something with a T. So I don't know who else that could. Yeah, look up 81 with a command F.
I can try. I don't think.
Maybe 81. No.
Trent Taylor.
Maybe
Trent Taylor is a 5'8" white man who's 31 years old.
That was not Taylor.
No.
So who is that guy? Hold on. Wait a minute here.
Let me look at the stats and see, because I feel like that might be a jersey.
I was about to say, look at the play-by-play on ESPN. Maybe they'll show up. Well, the punt returner there, because they have it live stats, right?
Yeah, they keep track of it, so I can look at
maybe that's
box score.
I don't know why. I can't figure out who that is.
Box score. Who
the heck is this guy?
What is going on in this game? who is this mystery man? All right.
Please.
Malik Turner, he's listed in here as 81, but
he must have changed his number recently.
I guess.
That's why I said I was like, it's Turner again. I was like, assumed it was.
I don't know. It's Malik Turner is apparently 81 for this game.
He's doing really great on special teams. That's for sure.
I don't know what's going on. This game doesn't.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on.
First and 10 from the 17.
All right, here we go. We got a motion from London here.
All right, Penix seeing what looks like probably cover 3 defense potentially, and we're seeing a handoff to Algier. Algier's got some room. He's going to get about a gain of 6 or 7. Actually, it would be closer to 7 or 8. As Bijan's going to come in.
That's probably Algier's longest of the night, rushing wise.
I mean, he's had a couple decent-sized runs, but he has not had a lot of touches. That is for sure.
He's been more of the power back.
But now we're seeing Algier and Robinson in the game. Robinson's been utilized a lot as a receiver this game.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
They haven't used him as much in traditionally run game. They motion him out wide, and they're going to have a quick screen out to him. Pitts on the lead block. He breaks a couple tackles, and he gets up to the 39. So he's been very good in this screen game. I'm curious why they're not trying to use him more in the run game, but it has been working. And
they must be seeing something that we're not seeing then.
My guess is attacking on the outside, especially if they're utilizing a lot of man-to-man.
Mm-hmm. Specifically with London and Pitts here, they've been using a lot of man-to-man.
Well, because the thing is, if you're going to run man-to-man, usually the guys guarding running backs and tight ends, as we have a handoff to Bijan now, and he's going to lose 2.
He just got tackled by his own man.
The one thing you do get when it comes to pass coverage in man-to-man against running backs and tight ends is those are either safeties or linebackers. And they are missing Fred Warner. So it could be that they're utilizing – that could be part of the reason you're utilizing them is attacking the linebackers. The other thing is the front 4 – that D-line is able to have a bigger effect on a run game than they can a screen game. So it could be a way of getting him the ball with going around the front 4s. We have Penix firing on 2nd and 12. That's a completion to Pitts.
Mustafa just completely lost him there.
They just look like best friends right now.
They're just like, hello.
Penix and Pitts.
Penix and Pitts.
Pitts and Penix and Pitts.
That's a weird one.
Yeah,
Mustafa just not being able to track him.
I mean, and Mustafa, again, like, with how Pitts plays, you honestly probably could put a corner on him. It'll be a bit of, you're going to need a big corner.
You're a large corner for this guy.
But we got Algier in the backfield. Penix, he's going to bring a man in motion. We're going to see zone defense as a handoff to Algier. He's going to get about 2. So Falcons seeing what they can do, probably going to try and take some of this time up because neither team has been able to.
Algier is a little slow to get up. Oh, he's going back down.
Yeah, I mean, glad you have Bijan Robinson at least.
Yeah.
But neither.
Mustafa was just he's been kind of hanging around, and he'll make the great plays. It's just that one on Pitts was not. Oh, there's a little bit of helmet-to-helmet contact there.
I think it was the ball mostly. It looked like around his forearm.
It was near he was aiming for the forearm, but it ended up getting like the front of like the grill of his face mask.
Yeah,
but not that much.
But yeah, I mean, with how these teams have moved the ball, if the Falcons can score here, it's gonna put. I mean, I imagine it's gonna be closer to like 7 minutes, maybe even 6 minutes. 5 if they really burn the clock. And the 49ers, they've not been able to move it super quickly, especially through the air, have not been able to efficiently move down the field in a timely manner. So putting a little pressure, if the Falcons can get a lead here and put some pressure on the 49ers to score quickly, I think it's a very advantageous situation for the Falcons because it's it's been pretty slow. If they can't rely on McCaffrey, they get slowed up a bit.
Yeah.
So surprisingly, we are looking at 10 minutes left in the fourth?
Less than that.
Yeah, and it's only 9:45.
Oh shoot.
Which is kind of, I mean,
which means
I guess it's not super surprising with the fact that
they're just burning clock at this point.
They've been running it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened this last Sunday. Because we got done like super like 10:15 early.
Yeah,
they just kept running the clock out.
I mean, that was the Lions' game plan pretty much the whole time, which
was
ended up
stupid plan.
Ended up biting them towards the end of the game. But this one I think is just they're not able to pick up like super big chunk plays. It's been very dink and dunk for the Falcons and just like 5-6 yard runs for the 49ers. It's not like super big plays, so these drives are taking a bit of time.
Yeah.
And they eventually end up stalling out. So low scoring, eating up lots of time. We're just seeing these defenses kind of step up. A lot of bend but don't break defense from both these teams. He looks like he's shaking
walking.
He looks like his leg is what's bothering him.
He's walking.
That right leg. So
he's walking. That's all I care about.
I mean,
so they're burning clock right now. It's less than 10 minutes now. So you were right. It was.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're burning clock too much. A dump off to Bijan. Bijan's looking for a lane, and he's gonna dance and get about 9 yards or 7 yards. I guess that was 2nd and 8. So they'll be
3rd and 1 or 3rd and short.
Yeah,
is whatever you want to call
3rd it. And quite short. So Falcons, can they avoid shooting themselves in the foot and at the very least just stay in field goal range?
Just give it to Bijan. You saw what he just did now.
Well, I mean, part of the issue is they've struggled with the conventional runs, and you almost wish that you had Algier here because he's been able to run up the gut better than anyone else.
Okay, so
they're gonna have a quick pitch out, and this is where he does a little bit better. But there's nowhere for him to go.
Yeah,
That's 4th and 1.
Why are we not going? Okay,
they've not been able to run it up the gut especially with Bijan.
Do you think they stay on here?
That's just going to be your belief in your kicker. It's they're the 35, so that's just going to be a 50-plus yard field goal. Falcons obviously replaced Young
they're still on.
It's 4th and 1. You have Algier back out there.
All right, here we go.
I don't know how much faith I have. They're in shotgun.
Why are they
So bunch to the top of the field.
Oh, no.
And 49ers showing a bit of pressure. Penix drops back. He's going to fire out quick, and it's incomplete to London. Break up on the play.
Let the man get up, guys. They're like beating him up down there on the ground.
A good breakup on the play. Who was that?
It was Lucas.
Lucas it was. So 49ers come up big on defense again, and Falcons, they're just shooting themselves in the foot, unable to...
Why was the motion in shotgun? Like, why are we shooting from shotgun?
I mean...
He should have picked it off, by the way.
Play was there. It was undercut. It could have been caught, too.
It could have been caught.
So it's just... It's not... Ball didn't get there quick enough is what gave that an opportunity to even be a takeaway. But 1st and 10 for the 49ers.
McCaffrey. We got,
looks like it's going to be a pass and a dump off to McCaffrey. He's got some room to run to the outside, and he's going to get a first down up to the 46. And now down to 8 minutes. Now we're going to see how much time the 49ers can burn. And if they can even...
get any points out of this.
Because, I mean, put a touchdown on the board while burning 5 minutes. This puts Falcons in a really tough spot.
Especially with how defensive heavy this game has been so far.
Yeah. I mean, Falcons, again, they move the ball somewhat effectively, not super quickly. But they've been able to move the ball. They just stall out.
Something's happening. Yes? 7:52? Like, are we...
They're downing him. Oh, they're downing him like half a yard short is what the look is. And I guess resetting the clock. I don't see why that was super necessary, but second
inches anyway. They're gonna get this. Like it's a gimme at this point. So
well, we'll see what they can do.
Let them get this one. It's just
we'll see what they do here. It's just gonna be a QB sneak, and they weren't even
they weren't even.
Falcons weren't even ready for that.
No, like that's what I'm saying. It's such an easy play.
He had so much room. If he didn't fall over, he probably could have gotten a few more yards.
Yeah, if not more.
But yeah, just
Trent Williams with a big block right there.
I mean, Trent Williams, he plays a lot of bully ball. He is a very good tackle. He's been one of the best kind of in for what, a decade now.
Yeah, for a reason. Like there's a reason.
Handoff to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey just has another lane for a first down. And I mean, I think because I haven't seen him out there, I believe Divine Diablo is also still out, and he has been a very key piece of this linebacker core. And I don't see him out there.
Diablo was on the sideline, but he wasn't playing.
Yeah, he exited the game earlier. He exited pretty early in the game. So they're missing him though, because he has been one of their best linebackers off the ball. Brian Robinson tries to go around and ends up getting actually 7 yards, bouncing it through the middle. But 2nd and 3. And now they're in Falcons territory. Yeah, I think if I'm gonna be honest, I would have preferred the field goal attempt for the Falcons. That's one of those cases where I believe in the field goal attempt.
That's why I asked if you thought they should go for it on 4th down, because I wasn't sure if they should, because especially with how good the defenses have been this today.
To Robinson, he's gonna only get 2. Again with how this game has been.
And then there's McCaffrey. It's just you can't count the 49ers out with, or at least right now, because McCaffrey is going to be their strong man.
Well, the other thing
kind
is
of how it is.
Falcons are they're the Falcons. They're inconsistent. I just don't think they have the team quite put together. They have made many improvements, but I've not been a big fan as we're going to see another sneak, and looks like he gets that pretty easily too.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's kind of hiding underneath all the linemen.
I'm gonna be honest. Especially after last year, I don't have a lot of faith in Raheem Morris. He kind of shows the same inconsistencies that we've seen out of the Falcons for years, and also just kind of more of the same from what we've seen out of most of the NFC South.
Yeah.
Is, oh yeah, look at this super talent, or look at this team that has a lot of talent, but kind of chokes things away when game's on the line. So we see a fake, and he's gonna look, and he's gonna run. Mac Jones, the scrambling quarterback, dives, and he's gonna go down at about the 23. So that'll bring up as like a 2nd and 2.
Yeah. Oh, we lost a sub. That's sad.
But Mac Jones, I mean, just unable to get to the quarterback.
Oh, the guy just flying in the air right there.
The 49ers kept a lot of guys in the block, so
yeah.
I mean,
that could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, that definitely could have been. You almost expect run, but we're seeing a timeout.
No,
flag.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, and that's a mental error. Too many men on the field for the defense, and that's going to give them a first down for San Fran. And now you're just on top of
prevent a touchdown. That's all I'm going to say. Like, that's as much as you can do right now.
On top of that, though, you're also just running low on time, because 49ers have really been eating, because now we're down to 4 minutes. And
it's not even at 10 o'clock yet. Calm down.
I mean, 49ers, they're going to play this smart and try and burn the clock.
And Bourne moves to the top here. I think that's Jennings up there with him.
Handoff to McCaffrey, looking for some room, and he's going to get a little bit of yardage, more than he would have. So good at those second efforts. He's only getting 2 yards, though. So we'll see what they can do. They're going to be able to run this. Even with this set of downs, they can run this almost down to about the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, might as well.
So
burn the clock.
Burn the clock
4
and put
points here. Like, that's all they need to do here.
Even a field goal puts them in a really advantageous spot, but a first down.
First down would be a huge
pitch out to McCaffrey, and they're gonna get him for a loss, big loss.
Huge loss here.
And
so that's 3rd and 14, maybe.
I would almost even consider using a timeout here if you're the Falcons. Because a 3rd and long situation, you're likely forcing a passing situation and a chance to procure a lot of that clock when you haven't been able to move the ball quickly. I wouldn't hate it. It's going to save you some time. You keep the 2-minute warning either way, but they decide not to. I would hope at least if you get a stop here.
Like, okay, so you got,
it'll be a pass here.
Jennings at the bottom. You got Bourne.
See if they can get to him. They don't. And it's a clear completion to McCaffrey. And they're going to keep letting this roll.
They might as well.
I mean, you might. Well, either way, you have the 2-minute warning. Oh, and you call that there? You let them run off like another 10 seconds? Yikes. Because you're also looking at potentially letting up a touchdown now. And
like they let him out so early, so open here. So what had happened here? They looked at the wrong guy.
You had 2 guys on Kittle and none on McCaffrey.
Kittle in those situations is pretty good. So I understand watching him.
That is why, again, you don't have to get the ball to be a major factor.
No.
Literally sometimes just being there. He takes
was also
away
open there a little bit too, so
he was, but hey, and now 2:31. Falcons are trying to get the ball on the positive side of the 2-minute warning without letting up a touchdown. I don't know that they're going to be able to do it though.
Timeout for the 49ers. Interesting, I guess. There's some interesting calls for timeouts here. I don't know what's happening here, guys.
I know you can't call back to a team cannot call back-to-back timeouts.
No.
What I am curious is, because I don't know exactly the ruling is, I mean I guess so because there's no penalty. I guess
opponents can also
which I don't understand the major difference, but I guess
They
that's
do
the
what they
case.
want. It's the NFL, I guess.
So first and goal from the 4. 2:31. They're gonna hand off to McCaffrey. He's gonna have some space to get up to about the 32, and he's in for a touchdown. Oh boy, Falcons! You go down 2 scores, 2.5 minutes, and you've only found the end zone once.
Mm-hmm.
So this might get a little difficult.
Oh, now the stadium's full. It wasn't earlier. All right. Well,
A nice late push.
see, that's the other thing. It's just the 49ers, they're really good. They're just not good enough to win the
They're just
Super Bowl.
inconsistent, and their inconsistencies are what have held them back in years
Yeah.
past too.
Yeah,
And-
and that's what I'm scared of. Is just that the 49ers fans, they're loyal. I applaud them for that. But like, this team is gonna get their hopes up, like so much, especially with Mac Jones being as good as he is right now. And even then, Mac Jones is a system QB. Like he's not great outside of a certain system. And I mean,
I feel like you say that about any quarterback that plays in San Fran, though.
that's what I'm saying. Like San Francisco is known for, or at least recently has been known for their system QBs. And yes, I'm saying Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. You can argue with the wall there. So I don't know.
I think you put any quarterback in there, you'll call him a system QB just because of how it's an easy system to run for a quarterback. But you could say the same thing about any quarterback that walks through Minnesota.
Yeah, to a degree. Yeah,
Yet you look at Sam Darnold, who
I'd say he's
isn't
he's a system QB.
Sam Darnold.
No, the Vikings. Vikings to a degree. Yeah, they're kind of a system QB. They have a great roster. Just
Well, that's not how a system QB is. A QB that only functions well in a certain system.
I don't know. It's just. So would you say the Patriots are also a system QB kind of situation?
No, I think Drake May is just a good quarterback.
Okay.
'Cause,
I know some people were saying that he is. And I'm like, that's the one I don't.
oh, Mac Jones is exactly why
The 49ers were able to use him as well.
they don't have a system for him to just do really well. He's just performing really well. Mac Jones, I think Mac Jones performs well kind of as a system QB, but Brock Purdy, I think I wouldn't call him a system QB. I think he had some good years that upped his stock, but he has not shown that stock for the past couple of years.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just I don't trust him to necessarily be that good.
I can understand not trusting him after the past few years. I feel like calling him a system QB is just wrong. Because I think if you put him somewhere else, I think he can still flourish.
I think he can flourish to an extent. I just don't think he's that good. I think that system in San Francisco has helped him.
Well, that system helps everybody against the same
Yeah,
thing with
and
the
that's what
Vikings.
I'm saying. It's just that if you are built off a system, I think that's where I'd call you a system quarterback. Until you go somewhere else and actually do well somewhere else. And
I'm
like,
not gonna say
I mean, you know how people were saying that Brady was a system quarterback for all of his years.
Who?
There were people.
Then they don't know football.
Exactly, that's my point. It's just like people.
So your argument is people who are call these guys system QBs don't know football.
Some people. I'm saying that, like, okay. So what I was trying to say is that with San Francisco, I believe that is a system quarterback system. And I think Brock Purdy is more of a system quarterback than people lead him off to be. I think he can show flashes. I think he's, a decent quarterback. I'm just saying that system quarterback system, or whatever you want to call it here in San Francisco, people were saying what is here is the same as in the Patriots, which that was a completely different story. I'm just saying that, like, different teams have different systems. San Francisco kind of pushes the system QB narrative a little bit more.
I think they rely a lot less on the quarterback. I think
and
Mac Jones is benefiting from the system.
He is benefiting from the system, and that's what I'm saying. It's just that you have McCaffrey in the backfield. That's automatically an upgrade from whatever he had in
But like
Jacksonville or freaking New England.
At the same time, these quarterbacks are also just actually playing well.
Yeah, and all right. And speaking of quarterbacks, Penix drops back.
Big shot, open man, and that's going to be complete. Oh, he drops it. Oh, he's open and it's incomplete. That would have put them plus territory about the 35.
My brother.
Penix is smiling.
All that in.
Penix is smiling because he's like, we had that. But
yeah, he did. He should have had that. This is why I can't trust the Falcons to win any big games anymore.
Falcons, again,
they should not have picked them.
They've specialized on the ground. That's like anything that isn't Bijan has been inconsistent. And they've just not been able to get Bijan going. Penix steps up. He fires. He's got a completion to Mooney this time.
There you go.
And he's going to be in
this time.
Yeah, he's got it this time. They're going to run this to the 2-minute warning. You're still down 10 though, so
yeah.
It's a long shot because they need to. You have to score quickly,
and then
preferably without. Well, preferably not using any timeouts. You can potentially you don't even potentially have to get the onside kick. If you score quick enough, you don't necessarily need the onside kick if you have both timeouts. It doesn't give you a lot of room to.
No, but I don't know.
It is most likely going to come down to an onside kick.
It probably will.
And even then, it's going to be a major long shot. But
hey, we saw the Broncos get 33 unanswered points. Well, not unanswered, but 33 points in a fourth quarter today. So I think we can see some craziness here.
We can, but
is it happening? Probably not.
No, we're already.
This is the Falcons we're talking about. You think the Atlanta Falcons are going to do anything in a fourth quarter?
It's just they're not. The way they're built has not been great from behind.
Those poor Falcons fans. They had to endure Super Bowl 51. Haven't been able to been a fourth quarter team in a long time.
I'm gonna be honest. Don't think Morris is your guy. Unfortunately, with the way they're playing right now, they're gonna be probably another fringe playoff team. And those if you're consistently a fringe playoff team who doesn't do anything or doesn't even make the playoffs, those coaches, as we saw from like Arthur Smith, Dennis Allen, last probably 2 years longer than they should. Yeah. And that just ends up in pain.
This is Morris's second year? No.
This is his second.
Yeah, this is his second, yeah.
Which, again, I think they're like improved from what they were last year.
But not entirely.
Or I would say they're an upgrade from the Arthur Smith era, but
yes,
anything
is an upgrade from the Arthur Smith era.
That's I also don't know how much I believe in Penix. He's not having a horrible game, but
he's not the guy you want.
He needs to show some more development from where he's at. He's not yet like your franchise guy.
No.
He's got a little bit to prove still. And I think that's kind of what's holding them back is, I mean, again, you talk Mooney dropping a ball. Mooney is not necessarily their big pass catcher. Like he's not really known for his hands.
He's not that guy.
He is a shifty guy. He's a good deep threat. He has good yak ability, but his hands are not necessarily his specialty. So big drops drops on big pass like that aren't surprising. Penix gets hit while he throws, and that's going to fall harmlessly to the ground. They're going to...
It's incomplete, guys.
They're going to... Well, they let it roll, play out just in case it is, obviously.
Yeah.
Because if it is a fumble, if this manages to come out as a fumble, they want to make sure they know who gets it. It should be a
forward pass.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, that's a forward pass. But again, they've started to just they should always let that play out just so that they get the right call.
Right.
I'm
is not a touchdown, guys.
Well, I'm assuming because it was cleanly recovered by the 49ers. And he does go out of bounds. I don't know if they're.
I don't know what they're celebrating.
Oh, it might have just been a turnover celebration, but I don't. It does look like a forward pass.
There's no way this is not a forward pass. Are you kidding me? Why are we reviewing this?
Oh, yeah. Again, that's because that's how they have to do it. It is, yeah. It should be a forward pass. Although he does lose it on the way. It should be a forward pass.
He's throwing it forward.
It should be listed as a forward pass, but again, they'll let it play out as if it's a fumble.
Oh,
He did hit his finger. I mean, what caused the fumble or what caused him to lose the ball was a player's helmet. He had his hand on the helmet.
Why is Moore so close to that ref?
He's waiting for a call. I think he's also like a foot behind him. It just doesn't show it very well.
I was about to say they're like right next to each other from the.
Yeah, he looks like he's behind him. But this should come back as an incomplete. If not, that is
a stupid call.
If not, I mean that's probably game. Honestly,
yeah, it's game if it's a fumble, but it should be a fumble. Sure, it hits his helmet, but it's still a forward pass.
Yeah, it'll get. Yeah,
it's incomplete pass. Yeah, like
I'm just surprised it took as long as it did.
Yeah, like
it was.
It's not a no. It's not a. It's a no-brainer. At least in my eyes, it's a no-brainer.
It should be. It's a lot of what they're looking at is to see if he actually had the ball while he was throwing it, or if he lost it and just pushed it.
Yeah.
So it's just seeing if he has enough possession to consider it a throw. But it is incomplete. And Falcons keep it. So you got a minute 56, 2nd and 10. You're down 10. We're going to see London close at the bottom of the screen. We see 2 receivers plus Pitts at the top. Got Bijan lined up to the right of Penix. Got a press look from San Fran. They're going to bring some pressure, so he's got to get this out. And he doesn't.
What is he doing, bro?
And he's doing everything to hold on to that ball. We see a flag.
There's a flag.
And
it's backfield. Uh-oh. And Shanahan's not happy.
That looks like that's a little ways downfield, so that might be a hold. But Penix, it looks like he gets rolled up a little bit.
Is that a first down?
That looks like it will be, but we see it. Penix looks like he's in a lot of pain, so we might actually see Kirk Cousins.
Oh no.
We might see the man.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
That's a bit light.
But yeah,
Bethune with a great pressure here.
I mean, he just holds onto the ball way too long.
Yeah, he should have thrown it right there. I don't know what he was doing.
He just doesn't. He takes too long and he freezes up. You got to acknowledge that there's pressure and get that ball out of there. He's doing everything he can to hold onto it, but he's getting twisted every which way while he's down there. He stays out there.
Okay.
That's going to be the interesting thing is he was gimpy,
the first
but
down. Sure.
Yeah, they do get the first down from the penalty. That's going to be the thing to watch though, is that injury going to inhibit him at all? But from the 46, Penix in shotgun. He's going to take the snap, drop back. He's got even more pressure. He's got no time, as this O-line has struggled to give him any time and pick up this pressure. Why does Kyle Pitts' helmet look like it's too small for his head?
Uh-oh.
Kirk Cousins, he's warming up. I mean, and if you're Kirk, I mean, sure. I don't blame him. When he gets up the way he did,
he's still limping a bit.
Yeah, and that's gonna also make this very difficult. That's gonna make it a lot harder for him to move around. Where this 49ers team has become very good with pressure. He's got a good pass, and he overthrows
what are you doing?
him. I mean, that's again.
Falcons are losing this game. If you can't hit your receiver like that,
That's what happens when you have like something that's if his ankle is bothering him as much as it is, or I don't know if it's necessarily his ankle, but you need your feet to be able to throw. Some people don't think you do.
With him.
They're gonna keep him in there, but
They just gotta get pressure on him. That's all you gotta do.
he's got some pressure here, and this is
over.
they bring 5. They get some pressure on him. They get a touch on him. London gets forced out of bounds, and that's gonna fall incomplete. So now we have 4th and 10. And yeah, I just
Game's over anyway. I mean, it was over.
Yeah.
It was over the moment when I saw how lackluster it's been on this drive.
Yeah, the inability to even just force a field goal on the last drive.
You have to take point. Like, I feel like I'm screaming at this at every football team I've watched so far this year. Take the points when you need it.
So some situations, yes. Some situations, I don't.
Yeah, but every time that I've been saying that, they should have been taking those points, and it was reasonable to take the points at that.
I still disagree about last week, but fires over the middle and it's incomplete, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, that's it.
And yeah, I don't even think Penix should have stayed in that game.
I think Kirk Cousins should have gone in
because two of those passes did not look pretty. Even the one to Drake London was a little too far outside.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Kirk Cousins isn't your preferred guy, but those throws were considerably off.
Yeah. The 49ers being 5-2 is wrong, in my opinion.
It's their coaching. Their coaching has been very
great. It's just
Salah's given them a really good defense.
They should not be 5-2, in my opinion. But it's whatever.
Again, Mac Jones has also been playing very well. You have a good run game with McCaffrey.
Oh, look.
That run right there gets him up to the 30. New set of downs, and that should just.
Terrible run defense.
Actually, that will do it because they don't have the timeouts to stop this now.
Why? The game is over. Just let it go.
So, 49ers will run this one out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, 10-15.
Yeah, look at that. Well, that was a very interesting game. Another disappointing one. Especially for the Falcons, because I picked you to win this game, and I should not have. I should have known better, because the 49ers in Santa Clara are pretty good. And also it's the 49ers, because the 49ers will never die. For some stupid reason, they will never die.
I don't know. They looked pretty dead last year.
Well, they still were competitive, though.
Yeah.
It's just
a run for about
it's just
5.
With this specific team, they should not be 5-2. But what you said with Saleh gave that defense life.
Saleh is a good coordinator, even with a banged up defense. I mean, again, that's what we saw a lot from the Lions last year. They had one of the most beat up D lines I've seen, and they only had 2 losses on the year. So I don't. And yeah,
I just don't trust him. I don't trust him win any game in January if they ever get that far.
You can look at the offense and also say that they're injured there, but this offense has just basically been Christian McCaffrey, and again, Mac Jones having kind of a resurgence, giving himself some. Even in Jacksonville, he played as a solid backup. So
yeah, it's just the thing is that the moment he leaves San Francisco, if he ever does, he's not going to be as good as he is here.
I don't know.
You just don't get a system like the 49ers
but how many times have we seen this sort of situation where someone? I mean, this is literally like Sam Darnold. What Sam Darnold has done is he goes somewhere, plays backup a few years, and then he, goes into a situation where team drafts a young QB who's meant to just sit and develop.
Yeah.
Or they don't really have a QB yet, and he's just is supposed to be a 1-year fix. And
I also just didn't like Mac Jones to begin with. I didn't think he was that good of a quarterback to begin with. I just thought he was overrated in the draft.
And that class has been has been pretty disappointing. But
And that's what I'm saying. Like, out of that class, maybe he's the front runner
right now,
at the moment.
Right now, Mac Jones is giving himself a chance to
Start somewhere.
to be a 1 year veteran QB, like stopgap veteran QB, but a chance to get. That's exactly what Baker had.
Yeah.
And look what Baker did with it in Tampa Bay.
That's true. And also, good on these two, McCaffrey and Bijan, trading jerseys. That's pretty sportsmanlike. So, and that's what I wanted to see. It's just, it's stupid how the game ended because the 49ers are injured. They shouldn't have won this game, but at the same time, the Falcons are also stupid with coaching and the stupid clock management. Like you said earlier, like there's been some points in this game where I'm just like, why are we shotgun here? Like, why are we not taking time out here? Like,
it's coaching decisions, and
that's the only reason why the 49ers are winning so much right now. It's just they've just had a better coaching staff in general,
and they do have a talented team. It's not that they're not talented. They're a team that prides themselves on depth, and they've been kind of quietly building some of that depth. No, they're not. They don't have the big names, but they've never even really needed the big names. Their D-line has always been, they've always had a very deep D-line that has a lot of talent beyond Nick Bosa. Yes, Nick Bosa is the highlight of it, but even when he's had several games where he's not done anything, but they're still super effective.
Yeah.
Yes, you're losing Fred Warner, but they still have a pretty talented linebacking core.
Mm-hmm.
Defense is playing well, and whatever they're doing on offense, I mean, Shanahan's been very good coaching the offensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen the script a million times. 49ers will lose in the playoffs, so it's not anything new to me. I'm like 99% sure that they're gonna lose the moment they get into the playoffs because they're gonna be too injured by that point.
By that point, again, well, I mean, if you're looking at that point with the injuries they have, they're only going to be missing two guys. Yes, it's a big two guys, but their defense has been playing well even without those guys.
Yeah.
So
because Brock Purdy will come back.
Brock Purdy will probably be back next week. Pearsall will probably be back next week. Ayuk will be back in the next week or two.
Yeah. So they'll probably have their full team. It's just knowing Shanahan. I just don't trust him.
49ers are not my front-running team.
No.
For like a Super Bowl run.
No.
But I will acknowledge the way they're playing is good enough to they're playing well enough right now to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can keep this in the playoffs, which is, again, like we've said, playoffs completely clean slate.
Yeah.
If they can keep everything that they're doing in the playoffs, they're going to be able to win games. It's just the question is, can they?
Yeah.
And with Shanahan, again, I have a lot of the same doubts as far as his ability to win Super Bowls as well.
Yeah.
But only one person has been able to against the Chiefs in the past 5 years. I guess two, but
you know what I mean.
And
the other thing is just okay. It's also just coming from a point of like, I do not want another Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl.
Oh no, I don't.
Nobody in this country.
Nobody wants that.
Want that again?
I don't think any of it.
Nobody wants another repeat after a repeat that we just had this last year. Nobody wants that.
Nobody. Honestly, I think all of us are just rooting for two new teams in the playoff or in the Super Bowl.
And
in general,
we could get that. And
we could.
And it's just with how chaotic the season is, we could literally get anything. I mean, as of right now, my pick for the Super Bowl is just I'd like a Colts Buccaneers Super Bowl. Mostly because you got two quarterbacks who were casted off from their original team saying, you're not good enough because you were not good enough, or we just didn't like your attitude, whatever it is. Baker's situation. Like, you know what it is. I like the storyline out of that Super Bowl.
Yeah, looking at where the season's at right now, if I had to pick, I don't see the Colts quite making a Super Bowl run.
They don't make a Super Bowl, but that would be really cool if they did.
Yeah, I don't think, like, Daniel Jones is hard. What, he's had one playoff game? He doesn't have the
and that
playoff
was
experience.
on the back of Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, he doesn't have the playoff experience. The Colts just being able to get to it and winning a couple games.
That'd
would
be the big test. That'd be the big test.
Yeah, that's honestly where they're looking. Buccaneers, just looking to get like, I could see them even getting as far as like maybe even the NFC Championship,
Yeah.
but I have a hard time seeing them there as well. I'd love to see them there, but I don't. My picks right now, oh boy, I'll look at standings because I don't even know.
Because you have, in the NFC, you have Buccaneers, you have Eagles, 49ers now. Lions are still up there, Packers. Cowboys technically bumped up a little bit, but not by that much.
I'm not going to have Cowboys in the Super Bowl, no.
No. I'm just saying that in the standings, they are up there. And Chiefs are still out of the playoff window in the AFC, which is very surprising. Mostly because you have Jaguars, who still beat them ahead of them, which is fair. Chargers are leading the AFC West still. But
Broncos are.
With their loss to the Colts,
Broncos have taken over now.
Broncos take over. So it's just...
From the AFC... God, it's hard to say anyone other than the Chiefs.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Is that there's no clear front runner right now.
I think it's hard to predict, but I feel like the NFC feels like a lot better right now.
The NFC is definitely better,
at least in like the sense of being able to compete, and that's probably because the only team that's been competitive that's in the picture right now with the Chiefs is the Bills, and I could see, I'd probably still roll with the Bills as my Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah, but the Bills need to fix a lot of stuff.
They need to get some stuff together, and I think...
I feel like we were also saying this like last year or 2 years ago about the Bills. Like they had like that weird beginning of the season or mid-season skid. Where just
I know a few years ago they had a bad start, and then they fired their OC. They got Joe Brady, and then that fixed a bunch.
Around, yeah.
But right now it's a lot of mental errors for the Bills, and they have a week off, so that's going to help them a lot. I also I'm trying so hard to avoid saying the Steelers have a chance, and
because in my mind they don't.
But it's Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers. Mike Tomlin's been there with Ben Roethlisberger. Aaron Rodgers has been there against Mike Tomlin. Like it seems like a potential opportunity.
The fact that the Bengals are number 9 in the standing is crazy.
They had to really. I mean, they had that 2-0 start.
Yeah.
And that carried them a bit, but again, AFC also has a lot of bad.
Yeah, for the
right
NFC,
now.
You have Tampa,
it could
Green Bay.
It could be any of these guys.
That's what I'm saying. It's a competitive.
Like
NFC. Even the Bears are like just out of the playoff. The Panthers are right behind the Bears.
I mean, you basically called that as you said the Panthers were going to miss the playoffs at potentially 9 and 8 and 7.
Yeah,
That's kind of
that was my ceiling, and look where they are right now, 4-3. So
it's just like I don't know.
That's what I mean. It's just you can't predict teams to be the front runners, except maybe Tampa Bay. Maybe
I honestly,
maybe I don't know.
I'm feeling like Rams or Lions this year.
I want something refreshing, so I don't know. But knowing the NFL, we get the same thing over and over again. So whatever. But
I think I like my.
You like your?
I think
was it Bills?
Bills and
Rams.
I'll go Bills Rams. I think.
I mean, last year mine was the Lions Bills, but we didn't even get that.
No, we didn't because can't have nice things. But how competitive the NFC is it feels better.
It's a bloodbath. I'm not gonna lie.
Buccaneers are 5-1. Packers are 4-1-1. 49ers, Eagles, Rams are all 5-2. Seahawks, Lions are 4-2 with the Bears.
Even the Commanders are at 13. They're still 3-4, but they're still a pretty solid team.
Yeah, that's gonna be
the drop off is where the Cardinals is.
I think the NFC is just better because even the Cardinals are like a middle of the road team who.
The Giants are still competitive. Saints
are the only team right now that I'm like, they're bad.
Yeah, they're awful. But after that,
AFC, you got
you
Jets,
consider
Titans,
cutoff
Dolphins,
is like Las Vegas
Browns,
right
Raiders,
now, and then
even
everyone else
Texans
sucks.
don't have a good offense. Like,
If they can turn things around, maybe, but I highly doubt that.
it's just NFC just feels like a really fun and like you top to bottom almost
Yeah,
Saints. There's just like there's room for a lot of these teams to even get in. Giants,
they're 2-5, but
they're 3 games back, but
yeah, we've seen teams turn back their season.
Giants, they have a chance. I don't think they will, but they have a chance to get in the playoffs. Cardinals
They could probably go 7-10.
I think the last thing I want to top this stream off with is how long does Gannon have? I feel like
I give him until week 14.
I feel like this puts him on the hot seat.
I think the latest it goes is week 14.
Because like right now, this team should at least be middle of the road.
Should be,
And they're not. They've lost. They've been in 7 one-score games, and they've lost 5 of them in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
And true, Kyler Murray is injured, but Kyler Murray hasn't looked good with you really either. Brissett almost looks better.
So it's just a bunch of who do you think is worse, I guess. I don't know.
I like Gannon is almost approaching that spot where McDaniels was like a week or two ago.
A week or two ago, yeah. So I think
he's approaching it like
the fact that
his seat's
McDaniels
pretty warm.
isn't fired yet is astonishing right now.
Well,
I feel like
there's still time.
that's what I think. I think McDaniels is the first one to go, or at least after Callahan, he's the first one to go.
Yeah,
That's why I said the Browns and the Dolphins game was the one to decide who gets fired next.
Well, I mean, I felt like if Stefanski lost, he would be fine. But I kind of agreed with you in the sense that if the Dolphins lost, it was like, yeah, that's probably the nail in coffin for McDaniels. But the way they lost,
it was terrible. You lost to the Browns by like 30-some points.
You gave up. It was a 25-point loss.
25-point loss.
31 to 6.
It's terrible.
To the Browns.
It's awful.
31 points to the Browns.
It's awful. And you made Dylan Gabriel look good.
I don't know that I'd say look. They had
complete.
Even that. What was it? Late in the 4th, they only had 189 yards.
Yeah.
On offense, the Browns did.
Yeah, the Browns did. Yeah.
So,
Judkins
and they were already up to 31. Judkins was only 90 yards on the run game though. Yeah, they were not doing much on offense. It was.
But they made advantage of everything. There was just a bunch of picks.
Their defense is good, and this is something I also pointed out is, I think the Jaguars might have messed up in trading Tyson Campbell for Quentin, and Newsome is good. But Tyson Campbell has been playing very well. He's been underrated, and he's been kind of the thing that's been forcing turnovers for them. And in the 2 weeks that they've been swapped, I feel like the Jags' defense has dropped off a little bit. Well,
just a wee bit.
Well, the Browns, I mean, last week they played the Steelers. That was a little rough. But this week they looked
complete.
As far as bad teams go, they look like one of the better bad teams. So.
We had a little bit of rant. That's fine. But thank you all for joining us on this live stream. We'll hope to see you in the preview, or not the preview, recap, whatever is going on. So we'll see you soon. So, yep.
Bye.